It's once again time to look at SMW Central's C3, this time for summer 2026, and it's back to school. I have to say, while the clip art pencil is kinda silly looking, this Bonsai Bill apple is utterly fantastic, so full credit to whoever made that. We're gonna do the same thing we do every time. We're gonna look at some threads and see what we see, subto, and we'll go from there. So we have a list, we have requests that have been put in so far, and there's a brand new one right there. And we're not going and doing those requests specifically. We'll be listening to the Slufia 2 Rise Essentials Port Town Port, ported by Aaron. So, I always like it. I love Lufia 2. It's just a good game. No one ever plays it though. Even though it has roguelike, and it even has a roguelike dungeon in the middle of it. What's not to love? Alright, let's pause that and get moving. Let's take a look at the first thing. I always see the first thing with something I want to play because I don't know what else is going to show up. And we have it. It's the Shovel Mario demo made by Donut, formerly Friday Donut. What's going down C3 Town? But you weren't expecting to see Donut's mug here, but given Donut never does anything for C3, wouldn't do anything if I was one of those lying. They, collectively, have Spoon Mario for you. Don't mean pictures like last time. No, you get to play this thing. Totally not a ploy to get a bunch of free testing. It totally is a ploy to get free testing. They got 2 levels. That's right, 2 levels in the hack. And this quick and dirty tutorial. Force Kaden to whip up. I asked him nicely. Shovel Mario, summer demo. Let us play this because it looks like it's going to be fun. So let's switch to this because I didn't even start Mullen Space. And then I switch to this.
This hack sucks.
Oh, well, I don't know if I want to play it then. Shovel Mario, C3 Summer 2026 demo by Seg, Donut, and other people. Oh, wow. Attack by X and Y. Okay. Spin. Apparently I'm bad at this. He doesn't want to retry. I didn't even read the death. What did that say? Even the death thing is cute. Heartbeat stopped by dummy. Tip, you can jump on enemies. It's just not very effective. Okay. Oh god, I probably should turn off the character swapping thing. It's definitely not going to work. Alright, spin jump A, then B. Okay, not what I was expecting. I'm learning. Okay, you only get 1 air stall though, it seems. Okay, that's actually annoying. Bop. No hats. No one gets hats. Stick to wall. Oh, wait, lined up and fling! Oh, that's satisfying. Up and X and Y. That's cool. This is really cool. Attack down. Wind up, fling. Okay, so just a dude here. Interesting. Dig mound. Down. Oh, maybe down an X and Y? Oh! So I just missed an opportunity to get a mushroom. Let's see if we can figure this. Let's see if I can fix this and get out there. It's tricky timing. Really like this one. It just looks cool. I never actually played Shovel Knight though, so I have no idea if what I'm doing is reasonable. No! Oh, why did I do that? Well, if I die, those will respawn. See? Smart. Bad guy placed you in the death jingle. Or played you the death jingle. Okay, I've learned a lesson here. At least a couple lessons. Looks better than Shovel Knight? Yeah, maybe. Never played Shovel Knight, so I don't know. I know people like Shovel Knight. I'd be willing to give it a shot because it's got Battletoads in it. I feel like the pressing B for fling is unnecessary and just letting go should be fine. Okay. No. That was a coin. That totally was not worth all the effort I went through to get that. Totally not worth the effort. Stop that, Mario. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Okay, so we'll hop up here. Hop down here. And go around. Okay, and then bowling pin. Flap the hat. Let's see if there's another bit of HP in here. 20 bucks, 20 bucks. Yeah, I'd buy that for $1. Alright, we did it. We successfully had it. And I should type over here a thing. Feel free to drop a link there. That should work. That was a tutorial. Let's play the real level. First zone, Act 1. Buying $20 for $1. Sometimes you can do that. Currency arbitrage. This song is just a placeholder. Keep that in mind. Why? Why would I need to keep that in mind? This song's a banger. Uh-huh. Now I understand. It's gonna have Lucky Star as the theme. No! It all makes sense now. A lot of times I've actually listened to that song. Let's see. The problem is I want to re-grab B and that doesn't work here, so you have to be very careful about your button presses. There we go. Not really worth it, but hey, 25 bucks. She's an enemy, okay. Why did someone stick post-it notes in the ground? I don't. Because we're back to school, obviously. I mean, it only makes sense. How much HP can this anime girl have? The funny thing is, despite knowing about Lucky Star, I actually don't know what any of the characters are named. The only one I know anything about is a blue-haired one, and that's since she's a major otaku. That's literally all I know about Lucky Star and the dance. Because it's a dancing anime. But you can't put your shovel into that mushroom down there. Oh, that's snazzy. I also noticed this. I have battled Miku before, that's true. How you doing, Stivi? She had a lot of HP, though. Had a lot of HP. Hey, computer! Too many document boo-boos. Alright, that happens. Alright, if you can use the request a thing reward, that makes my life a little bit easier. Alright. Wait a second, I remember now. I love how often I manage to just despawn the object. Through sheer incompetence. There we go. Any chance? No, of course not. We'll just let her do her thing. She's having a good time. I like the way it flips vertically. Go horizontally. Perfect. No hat. Are you familiar with bowling? Balling? You got a ball with a bowling ball in case no ball become bat. That was not a confusing statement at all. Hey, it's Hatsune Miku. She sprung a leak. Whoops. I wonder what that was about. Well, now I feel like a right cad. Oh, never mind. There's another one. Hey! He almost got me. There's gotta be something up here. There's gotta be nothing up there. I keep hoping for power-ups and I keep not getting them. I got leaked. What's up, Insanit? How you doing? I'm learning. Only takes a minute. This time I managed to get the mushroom before it despawned. The fun thing is because it's very linear-ish, I know what to do. I just need to execute marginally better than I have been. There we go. Why did I do that? 6 HP. Okay. Oh, from blue. I didn't even read it. I should try and read it during the tree tries. I will say I find this movement system a bit clunky. Was this as clunky in Shovel Knight? Or it might just be on bad. First thing of the day is usually a bad one. Boink. 1, 2 computer. Keyboard, how quaint. Her hitbox is surprisingly difficult to find. Okay, the leak doesn't actually matter. I thought that the leak might actually do something, and that I was missing out on it, but no. She's the most dangerous thing I've met in this game so far. Nope. Hitboxes, please! Was hoping there might be a thing. Check out through that. Okay. Use the request the channel point thing. It puts it into a list for me, and I can more easily find it there. If you would. Let's see. How you doing, New Pointless? Oops. Wow, 5 damage. Why did it do 5 damage that time? I don't understand this game. Oh. Dang it. Thankfully, everything has like 6 HP. I probably wanted that. Oh, that's cool. Hey, that looks fancy. Let's get that. I found a bowling ball. Perfect. Critter bed. Ah, okay. Dig. I'm not really sure what the deal is with the gigantic things. Hey, a midway! I want the midway. I've played the first part of this enough times. Do not need a myriad of Mikus. There we go. Anyway, this is the first thing I picked for C3. I think we'll beat the first level, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see it. Oh god, nope, 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 nope. Nice try, computers. I'm not sure what I expected. Well, that was awesome. I guess that's what I expected. This is tricky. Still working out layer 2 nonsense? Working on layer 2 nonsense. I understand that one. I wonder what that red thing would have done. I'm not going to go back and find out now, of course. So I did work on my C3 thing a bit, but it is not coming along as quickly as I was hoping. So I'm hoping to do a release tomorrow. I've got some of the functionality done, but nowhere near enough for release. Just gonna run past those. I'll fight the hats. I like the hats. Yeah, don't mess with her. She's just grooving. My goal here is to not spend like 30 minutes on the very first thing. So far, I have spent almost 20. This is not a good sign. Yeah, let's go Grave Robin. What I'm working on? I'm working on a thing to make it to make contest levels more accessible to people. It's a grave. You know exactly what to do. $1,000 dues. All right. This didn't seem to... Well, these are friendlies. Sounds outstanding. Hack has taxes. All hacks have taxes. You just have to find them. But yeah, no, like, after the mixtape thing, I'm like, there's a better way of doing this. We have a pool of levels that people would love to have more people play, and there's no reason not to. Let's just do it. So, I've been spending some time working on some JavaScripts for that, and it's, like I said, it's coming along, but it's not there. And I've been sick all week, so I haven't really had time to work on it the way I've wanted to. That was weird. Stop. Okay. What happens to the muncher if I do that? It's a falling muncher. Ooh. Protect me! Oh, this is way better. I was expecting like just normal fire flower. This is awesome. Yeah, provided I don't like fall into a pit or something. Stupid spawner. These things remind me of Moonanites. That's what they remind me of. And with any luck, like I said, I'll have something next, or by the end of C3. It's only a stationary muncher. That's a midway. Coins do raise the number of... There's my good zombies. But yeah, it just comes down to time. A rock that digs up chucks. This is not a good way of doing this. Come on. Get me within range of the rock. Okay, fine. Oh. I'm not sure quite what got me. Oh, I get reset back to nothing? Oh, that sucks. Makes sense, I guess. Come back, Charlies. Did lose all my cool power-ups anyway, so it doesn't matter that much. I don't like the Moonanite spawner. It seems kind of evil. Wait a second. I didn't think this through. That's how you do that one. For some reason in my mind, that wasn't going to work. Goodbye, spawner. Wasn't there a spot for me to spawn chucks over there? Do not run into the solitary muncher. There it is. Charlie. Charlie. Come over here. Charlie. I'll still take that. Alright, Charlie, you come in with me. I see. So I can't really cancel that. It's another midway check. This does not seem quite as overpowered as I was hoping. There we go. Got rid of the rock. That little animation when it flops around is actually really cute. Whoops. No! Not this time, Rock. Oh, I needed that guy. It's probably fine. We didn't need that guy. It's over here. A moving spawner. A Moonanite spawner. Ah, dang it. Keep getting stepped on in the wrong spots. Okay. We've learned a lesson, we just haven't learned the right lesson. First lesson, let Charlie go ahead. Yeah, this is a really cool hack. Well done, Donut and Seg and other company. I feel like I've seen a lot of, like... Actually, I've seen a fair few hacks from that crowd. There was one last, like, Quack Jam that was really good that they were involved in, both of those. Hack Jam would be cool for it to come back. To be fair, though, there's been a lot of, like, really good contests lately, so... Maybe we don't quite need Hack Jam back right now. I just got hit by that again. That works. Huh. When a chuck hits an anti-chuck, they both explode. Today I learned. This was not a good choice. I'm gonna go over here. So I just don't trust it. I don't trust like that. There we go. I don't have to trust like that. Oh hey, those blocks despawned. Lovely. Come on, Charlies. Whap. Now I can bring up my friendly Charlie. Come on, buddy, let's go on an adventure. We're gonna dig up this thing. Boy, that was 50 bucks. As I say, 50 bucks is 50 bucks. They might also say I have these cheeseburgers, man, but, you know, I'm gonna get into that. Alright, Charlie, charge in there. Take care of those things for me. I didn't expect that to work. Good job, Charlie. Huh. I can't wall affix while I'm using this. That kind of sucks, actually. Okay. Can I get hit? Getting to Raocow, so we call other people call them Charlies. It's 100% because of Raocow, by the way. 100%. I'm gonna have to go small because... Oh, these are... Wow, that feels weird. Oh, these aren't... Oh, I'm dumb. That's not a kind of platform you can do that. All right. So what I really need to do is that. And I did everything else that was silly. Okay. We learned something. We're not happy that we learned it, but we learned it. I'm happy I learned it. Never mind. Can I hit that through the wall? Perfect. Ain't dealing with that. I was worried about that wave function feeling right there. Alright. Let's put this one here. I see. Okay. That's tricky. Not that tricky, but I get what was going on here. Alright. I don't know what that was. But I acquired it, and that's what matters. Can I go up here? No, those are midway ones again. I get the feeling the level's going to change substantially when I get the midway, and I'm probably not going to like it better for it. I don't know about this TV. I don't know about these TV men. Hey! I don't know about these TV men. I feel like this is a meme I should recognize. Hey. Oh, there we go. These guys are annoying. Highly satisfying when you thwop them away, though. Interesting, the rocks... Oh, the rocks just dig! They don't know anything about anything else. Oh, that's... so strange. So they just impart whatever digging surface they would have done anyway. Those aren't friendly Charlies. Thankfully, they're still not very good at what they do, Charlies, but you know, we take those. Alright, I've chosen my path, I guess. I can't really go anywhere else. Nope. Nope. What? How are you not dead? Oh god, camera, please! There we go. Oh, I need... Oh, wow. Oh, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no! I don't like this at all. Combined with the TV man, who didn't hit me for once somehow. Nice water, though. Oh, I have enough money to get out of here. It was only 1,000, right? And I can't affix the walls. Okay. This is what I was missing. Guess we'll see if I was right, if I'm right about the number I need. Pretty quick here. Hey. That works. Am I above where I think I need to be? Hey, oh no! I wasn't prepared for that. I got a skull. Hooray. This is confusing. Alright, this is the beginning of the level. So do I have enough? Yes, I do! I'll take that. I'm rich! I'm monocle rich. Alright, did I succeed in doing the thing I tried to do? Nah, not really. I took 30 minutes. This is the end of the demo. Let's check out the end of the demo real quick. Missing or coming spoon. And Peach's face has been replaced with... Also, Luigi is Gandhi. I don't know what Princess Peach's face has been replaced with. Alright, that was fun. Oh, Jesus. That makes more sense. Jesus Luigi. Luigi. I might want to workshop that one. Alright, well, let's move on to the next phase. Because that was cool. That was Shovel Mario. It was fun. God, this is going to be the clunkiest stream ever. And yes, I know that Firefox doesn't look right now. It will look right eventually. All comes down to this. I have to do this every time. It's going to suck, but I'm going to have to do it. All right, that was cool. So we completed that one. Let's take a look. All right. The one that Jamie wanted me to look at. And actually gave me a URL for. And then I ignored it and then didn't do anything. Oh, wait, that's the link? Oh, it's down here. All right, we can clear off both of those. I could have just done this. Hey, look at me being smart. All right, what is this? Open a new tab. Let's unmute this for the moment. All right, we have Daizo versus MIXTAPE. Hey, speaking of the controversy. Yeah, so MIXTAPE was a thing that extracted individual levels from SMW ROM hacks. Some people thought this was really cool. A lot of people didn't. I guess, and this is one of the results. Spite personified into a single hack. So we have Daizo versus MIXTAPE. I hope you roll these levels. This explicitly opted into the program for some reason. So you can see we have Morse code, we have lives, we have Rixo. I remembered what these things are called. It's kind of amazing. We have the release trailer and intro cinematic, but we're going to see it in a minute anyway. Team JANK talks on a questionably canon entry in the Mushroom Kingdom Beyond the World series. A mysterious program known as MIXTAPE is created for the Streamer Society. The exact wrong person catches glimpse, that's not spelled correctly, of his own adventures being cut up and mixed together with other journeys from the past, Daizo Dee, in hopes of restoring order, he organizes a group with his cronies and his arch nemesis to hatch the most perfect scheme to take down the program by feeding it the most dastardly, cruel ideas they can come up with. Expect levels ranging from button-mashing nightmares, patience-trying courses, stomach-turning gimmicks, and more with a selection of 13 curated stages in Daizo vs. MIXTAPE! If you play this hack the normal way, you'll be able to pick your poison. If specifically played in the actual MIXTAPE program, there's no telling what horrors will be selected for the unsuspecting player. The only thing I know about this is there's a boss that takes approximately 1 day real time to complete. That's all I know about it. So let's send that off and hopefully it works. There it goes. It's going. Let me mute this imajig, bring back the Super Nintendo, and bring back the Super Nintendo. Daizo Dee presents Team Anti 100-Man Energy. True. Made some of this? I will know, apparently. Hope you roll these levels. Daizo vs. MIXTAPE, Team JANK 2026. I'm picking the one I can't see. And I'm picking to begin my journey, because I don't have a choice. Also, Rixos are terrifying when rendered with teeth properly. Disclaimer. This hack is not a hate campaign against the developers behind MIXTAPE tool. This hack is made to critique the tool itself. Do not harass the people who made the tool to begin with. Don't do that. You are not encouraged to 100% this hack, even though there are 12.5 exits. I have no idea if we can actually do that on SMW Central. Have a fractional number of exits. Getting them all is not recommended. This hack exaggerates design tropes that are horrendous in nature. Team JANK. Oh, my favorite streamer, Ginyugogi, is streaming Daizo's Journey, the Fuck Yeah edition. What in the fuck, and then some for some much needed context. They just beat the previous level in a different game and now randomly selected crack the Hacks Yoshi House level somehow. Now that P-Switch adventure. Oh, Crack's got to know, huh? Crack the... That's it. M-Call Junkler's balls. Oh, Lord Almighty, what did himself? Mexicorp. What is going on? Jinxer, with MIXTAPE. Not my fault. You didn't make? Of course no, Doomfook. Damn, I get friends, I guess. Okay. Important business meeting. That is okay. This is such bullshit. Alright, lads. I ought to bludgeon whoever thought I gave clearance from a twist my quests like this. Why do we have to work with the metallic bozo? Don't you like this sort of thing? Ah, this tool violates the contracts under paragraph 4. I'm not having any of this. He's a robot, I should do that. Yeah, well, Daizo can, yeah, though I'm calling the shots here. That I am. We're going to have to cause some mischief. Mischief, eh? I got friends who can help, like Marcus Squad. For this one time, whatever you need, you have my men to get to work. It's settled then. Let's give this MIXTAPE program some real fun. Ah ha ha ha! Oh yeah, I was supposed to ping Daizo on playing this. I forgot to. Hey, look, a world map. Do. Daizo. Playing. Thing. Taking a nice stroll around the ground. Ah, okay, so they actually say who made these. So Daizo Kendavan, Bill Tedson, Jessica Jigsaw, Crack, Cloudy, Daizo, everybody. Sloot, of course. Jimmy, the surveillance unit. All right, we're going to try this. Because it's probably Jamie's. I don't know. Okay, well, that's not so bad. Oh, no, there's wall... Oh, of course there's wall jumping! You know what's funny? Of all of the things that could possibly make me mad, wall jumping is much higher up there than everything else. Alright, well... This level seems reasonable. There we go. Oh. Is this what I'm actually supposed to do? Oh, definitely, because you can't spin jump into a wall jump. Okay, that makes sense. This is not what you were involved in? Oh, I misread the names then. I almost made that. Alright, well then, I'm getting out of here. So which one could Jamie have made? I don't know what your name is in this. I guess I'm going to try the very first level. Because it's there. I can't move. Or maybe I can, but it's interminably slow. Is this what's happening? Maybe if I press L? Have I made any progress? I don't think I've moved at all. Oh, it's this. Thanks, I hate it. Yep, I hate this. I don't want to wear out my D-pad by mashing, but I want to scroll the screen at least once. Alright, I scrolled the screen. I've done due diligence on this level. No thank you. Alright, patience and aerodynamics. I was expecting something to do with, like, changing it so you couldn't jump. I'm trying to figure out what's happening that's weird in this level, but so far this seems reasonable-ish. Nothing bad is happening, or substantially incredibly irritating is happening. It just seems like a very... Oh, the auto-scroller is moving like random amounts, isn't it? This is weird. This feels weird, man. Oh, it's just very slow? Okay. I went the wrong way! Yeah, nope, this would be totally annoying to play. Have I gone the wrong way? No, thank you. Alright, let's try a different one. The cameraman hates you. I feel like I've played this level, or a level with that name. Oh god, that's nauseating. Not that it means anything, but this level's gimmick will make you feel ill. That reminds me I should do this. Test this would make you sick? Oh, no doubt. Oh, wait. Be sure to take breaks if needed. So the gimmick... Oh. Whee! No. This actually is really cool. It's the kind of thing that, like, if it was a QLDC level, would probably score pretty well. But to be fair, I think I have played a QLDC level that did something similar. Right, every time I jump, the camera moves to the left. I thought it might have been moving contrary to the direction I was looking. This is hard to work with. Which I guess is the point, after all. Okay, I didn't die this time. I'm not even sure how to do this. Like, is there a fixed amount of camera scroll I can get out of this? It's like, it feels like I'm stuck at about this axis now. It's based upon my Y position. Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. How you doing, Simon? Oh, I forgot to say hi earlier, I think. Did you end up beating the not depraved stronghold VIP level? I stuck around for a bit, but then I needed to go to bed. But I was curious. I'll just take the hit. Okay, definitely not like that. I'm gonna jump over that muncher. If I make no other reasonable progress, I'm gonna jump over that muncher. That is if it is the last thing I successfully do. You did eventually? Nice. Congrats. Yeah, I could see where the game was trying to teach me that. I missed it. But... Also, DKC music just makes everything better. Okay. Wait, do I have a fixed number of lives? Cameraman is drunk level from rack. Didn't play that one. There was a different one. It wasn't rack. It was a questionable Quack Jam entry that had a cameraman thing where you were physically carrying the camera around. That one. How you doing, Anorkun? That's what I'm thinking of. One of these days I need to play rack. That was G-Breezes? Really? Ah. It's so irritating when you do something that long and eventually just end up nowhere. I don't even care, just hit me. Gotta get over this muncher. I'm not gonna get over this muncher. What's up, Daizo? I've tried a couple levels so far and decided, no, I'm good. The slow auto-scroller wasn't bad, but I didn't want to play an interminably slow auto-scroller. And this one, I just want to get over the dang muncher. That's all I care about. Of course. Of course. Alright, I'm done. I got over the one muncher. That was the goal. Alright, what else we got here? The Monster Mash. It was a smash. It was a graveyard smash. Oh god, that's what this is. This is not a graveyard smash. It is not catching on in a flash. This is not catching on in a flash. Oh, I forgot I had wall jump briefly. Ah, no! It's about the reaction that's expected. To say this is the Monster Mash, and then say clearly, this is clearly not the Monster Mash. Alright, I'm clawing. It's the only time I'm going to use claw the entire evening. Alright, now it's the time for some RNG bullshit. Gosh. I'm not even sure how to do this. My hand is currently doing both, like, I'm using my left hand for half of the stuff. So far, I like this level marginally more than the cameraman level. Anyway, I only brought one controller to the East Coast, so I'm not going to destroy it doing this. Ah. Your level's the easiest. Alright, well, keep looking. Go to the bumpy cave, not a bumpy cave. Oh god, it's everything I hate in a level. Yep. This sure is everything I hate in one level. What am I even doing? What am I trying to do here? I probably need to get bumped. This level is not the easiest. No, it's not. Yeah, no, I hate dark levels so much. Burning Passion. Blind Kaizo. Nope. We out. Alright, I guess we'll keep trying the line. The life and times of Koopa Troopa Grunt. Can't even cheat and disable layer 3? Really? Blind so few. Oh, maybe I won't. The life and times of a Koopa Troopa Grunt. Chapter 1, the beginning of a star. It was a dark and stormy night in the Bowser Koopa Kingdom Castle. Mary Sue Koopa and John Doe Koopa were alone, guarding one of the many entrances to the castle. The duo had long wanted to raise a child and decided the best place to conceive a newborn was at work. 9 months later, and many close calls, Cooper Doo was brought into the world. Unfortunately, Bowser had very strict birthing laws, and the two didn't apply for childcare, so Cooper was going to be fed to the Blargs. Outraged, John went to Bowser and said, "Nuh-uh," and waggled his finger back and forth like Sonic the Hedgehog does on the title screen for Sonic the Hedgehog. Bowser couldn't help but relent at this comeback. John felt like he won at life. He went back to Mary and his son Cooper and cried because he was so happy. He cried so much you could fill a small bucket, and they did. They used the tear bucket to make a small saltwater fishbowl. Cooper's pet gold sheep, Sean, lived there for a few years until his untimely demise at the hands of a gnat. Cooper's early years were hard. He had a condition called Hardicus shellicus, in which his shell became so hard it cracked and no longer provided the protection an infant Troopa needs, such as he would go without a shell for most of his childhood and young teen years. He also hated peas. How much of this is there? The Young Koopa Days, Chapter 2. 2 years into Koopa's storied life, his parents would get into a very barred argument over who would work and get the money for them to live on. Cooper couldn't take this, and so being the intelligent baby he is, he requested they both get a job and work alternating days. Impressed by his sheer knowledge and powerful suggestion, they took Cooper to get Koopa cream ice cream. The best place to get Koopa cream ice cream in the Koopa Kingdom. It wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, however. Cooper had a difficult time, which is now has a K instead of a C, getting to know the other kids at preschool. His sheer intellect prevented him from getting along with his peers. He viewed everyone as inferior and lesser than him, because he was just so smart and cool and no one could compare. While all the kids his age loved drawing with chalk on the Koopa roads, he knew that as vandalism of the great Bowser's empire. He would report these children to Koopa police and they would arrest them and put them in Koopa prison for their Koopa crimes. He was a complete snitch, a total loser. Nobody liked Cooper Doo. Cooper didn't like crime at all. He was very against the crime of any kind, even jaywalking. We all know Bowser always looks both ways and crosses the road at appropriate spots with a crosswalk. He was so against crime that young Cooper would turn himself in if he whispered in his father's ear while he was fishing for Rip Van dishes. Chapter 3, Great School Adventures. How much of this is there? Once Cooper reached grade school, he eventually made friends with Evan Beetle and Big Tybone. As much as he couldn't stand general people, these two were somehow intellectual enough to be on his ascended level. He tolerated them enough to hang out with them sometimes. One time at recess, Tybone and Cooper were playing make-believe. Tybone was being the big bad Bowser, and Cooper was meant to be the weak Mario brother Mario. However, Cooper didn't think this was right, as he was above everyone else, including Bowser himself, who was his inspiration, despite believing he was better than him. The two argued and caused Tybone to use the signature move Tybone Breaker, Your Bone, which broke Cooper's beak. In class, Cooper always succeeded in making everyone look like idiots. They were really stupid. He didn't hesitate to answer every question he could as his mind had expanded beyond normal levels. He had almost perfect marks. Despite his intense intellect that was bigger than everyone else's in his grades, he struggled with the basics of solitaire, which was legally required educational topic by the Koopa administration. He believed his mandate was very outdated and would prefer to change to general cooking or psychology to further the populace's knowledge. Sometimes Cooper would dream about cheese in his off time. This weird affliction with dairy, the dairy product usually sourced from moo cows, was strange. He would harken back to his younger days, suckling on his mother's teat for nutrition, and realize he will never go back to those glory days. What a pity, he would think, like when you're thinking of all the bad things you did in your life at night, trying to sleep, but the thoughts won't go away and you're stuck thinking about them for hours, staring at the ceiling. Intermission number 1, product placement. Introducing the new Goon Gooper 2000. This all-new toy from the creators of Flatulent Father. Oh, hello. You came at the perfect time. We're talking about the new Goon Gooper 2000. This all-new toy from the creators of Flatulent Father 8000 brings you all the Goon Gooper action you've been craving. Yano Phoenix, how you doing? And thank you for the raid. Hope you were having fun doing something fun instead of reading mounds of text, half of which is misspelled. Thank you again, Jamie. Goop your friends and turn them into filthy goons for your laughing stocks for your whole class to laugh at. Play cops and goons or create even more unique games with the sheer IQ expanding powers of the Goon Gooper 2001, A Space Tale. Featuring a rapid-fire Goon Blaster mode and steady-aim Gooner Begone mode for cleaning up the gooned-up mess you made with your friends. Sold separately for $9.99 is the Goopy Gooner costume for all your goon needs. Your friend will look at you with amazement as you enter a battlefield looking like a bona fide goon. Order now while supplies last at your local Walmush. Chapter 4, Teenage Drama. VLDC 2 plays testing. Oh, nice. Hope to release it. Very nice. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up. Dream about cheese. I want some cheese. I didn't have any cheese today, did I? I had some flatbread pizza. I guess there might have been cheese on that. Cooper in his teen years was a troublemaker, always trying the hippest, hottest shit in the land, including hard drugs. It was a miracle he survived. Everyone looked down upon him, but he always made an excuse saying he had furthering his intellect by taking the mushrooms and talking to the big ones above the stars. He lost many friends in these years, including Tybone, who would go on to marry a loving man and live the rest of his life in peace and quiet away from the loudness of the Mushroom Kingdom cities, or Koopa cities. Tybone was gay. He married a Chuck named Chuck. Hell yeah! In between his trips to the cosmos, Cooper always kept trying to get with this girl from his classes. She was always friendly, but secretly didn't like Cooper, as it reminded her of her grandma Brenda, who vanished 10 years ago because of the same mushrooms Cooper was taking to meet God. Holy run-on sentences, Batman. Her name was Stacy Lacey. He often thought she would give him the good stuff because of her name. She adamantly denied ever having connections for drugs when we interviewed her for this publication. In his later high school years, he would go out with his buds. He secretly didn't like one bit, but only hung out with to raise his social credit at the local pub and watch as they would drink themselves into a stupor, and he would have to drive everyone home thinking about how much better he is at that. He did mushrooms instead of drinking like the low IQ people he was forced to be around because he was cursed to live in this world of stupidity. He really hated people. Around the time he was becoming an adult, he saw a Koopa propaganda poster of Goom Chan that he was absolutely fell for and wanted to take down the Mushroom Kingdom with every ounce of power that he had. This would influence his next few years of life. Chapter 5, The Great War Times About... How long does this go? What's up, Humberto Quackenbush? How you doing? Is this a novel? Yes, as far as I can tell. This is a hack made to troll people for playing it. It doesn't necessarily have to be. Cooper enrolled to the Mushroom Kingdom Marine Corps right after high school ended. He saw all the bad things the mushrooms were doing to the Koopas and resented them horribly for their actions. He wanted to help King Bowser take over the world. He passed with flying colors, just like Bowser did in his young age, which is a major inspiration to Cooper. He worked tirelessly in boot camp, becoming a top cadet in his class, excelling above everyone else in no short terms due to this expanded brain. Even the generals would listen to his commands because of how good he was. He was so good, Bowser gave him a medal of good behavior, which Cooper put in a Bowser shrine in his room, which had many things like bits of dead skin and hair. Finally, the time had come for him to be deployed to the front lines of the Koopa Kingdom. Defenses. Regiment. Mario was about to appear over the horizon, and everyone was waiting with bated breath, except Cooper, who knew he was going to win and get all the money and fame and women for killing Mario from all the Mushroom Kingdom. Mario tore through the battlefield like a weapon of mass destruction, like a bioweapon from Umbrella Corporation, like a blade from Xenoblade, like a god from the Bible. Mario backed Cooper against a cliff leading down into a massive pit of lava. Mario would say, "Woohoo!" and push Cooper off the cliff. This would be the end of everyone's favorite Cooper. As he fell, he thought about his life. He thought about Big Tybone. He thought about Bowser. He thought about Mary Sue. He thought about Jindu. And he thought about Mario. And he thought about pancakes. And he thought about his grandma. He thought about Lacey. He thought about the mushrooms he took. He thought about the finances. He thought about cooking with crepes. He thought about sin. He thought about braided men. He thought about girls. He thought about the monopoly of gaming industry. He thought about the politics of Sarissa Land. He thought about antidepressants. This is one big cliff. He thought about protection. He thought about family. He thought about power. He thought about grand shit beer, which tastes awful. He thought about the cock that was in the road for some dang reason. He realized his last thought might sound bad. He realized nobody would know his thoughts. He realized he could think about whatever and nobody would ever know. He thought about Square Enix. He thought about Toes. He thought about Power Stars. He thought about Clive Rosfeld. Who's that? He thought about drugs. He thought about the legalization of weed with the Party Kingdom. He thought about weed. He thought about weed. He thought about keyboards. He thought about transgender folk and how valid they are. He thought about melons on pizza. He thought about Baphomet himself. He thought about an alien who turned Koopa who was weird and wacky. He thought about taking antidepressants. He thought about waiting for his favorite season of The Simpsons to release on DVD. He thought about his parents again. He thought about the divine intervention he perceived in the womb. He thought about water. He thought about why we are all here just to suffer. He thought about time. He thought about Susie. He thought about mice. He thought about the current corruption of the Mushroom Kingdom administration. He thought about candy. He thought about Willy Wonky. He thought about Sony Handycam cameras from 2005. He thought about Switch streaming. He thought about evolution. He thought about the consolization of physical media. He thought about the Goomba he saw Mario viciously split in twain like the Red Sea from the Prince of Egypt movie of DreamWorks Animation Studio. He thought about the diary left at home full of embarrassing stories of wanting to get all the men. He was in denial. He thought about how funny it was, the 2% of King Koopas. Alright. He thought about The Rock. He thought about Bandon. He thought about slime women. He thought about the quadratic formula. He thought about big men. He thought about why he was born with a hatred for peas. He thought about super bosses. He thought about cookies. He thought about taking a walk. He thought about the experience of wolves. He thought about mixtape generated content. He thought about the sloppification of the working class. He thought about death. He thought about life. He thought about war. He thought about the legacy of the family of people. He thought about the statues. He thought about Wario and how fat he was. He thought about how stinky he was. He thought about how some people can't walk. He thought about how the derangement of the middle class. He thought about Obama. I'm not reading, I'm spelling this. He thought about the number Google. He thought about dust. He thought about lions. This loops forever, doesn't it? Doing all right, okay. I finally looked over. Thought about blood. He thought about trading cards. How about brain rot? Speaking of brain rot, he thought about the consuming. He thought about he thought, but no one came. He thought, the victim. He thought about Russia. He thought about Canada. He thought about Brazil. He thought about Yugoslavia. He thought about Hawaii. He thought about Bangladesh. He thought about Kazakhstan. #1 exporter of potassium. Very important. It's a very nice place. He thought about Timor-Leste. Is that East Timor or West Timor? I never can remember. He thought about Newfoundland. That's East Canada. He thought about your mum. He thought about Idaho. He thought about Djibouti. He thought about St. Kitts and Nevis. He thought about Bahan. He thought about Gabon. He thought about Albania. He thought about Macedonia. He thought about Texas. He thought about E. He thought about the work world. He thought about toenails. He thought about his friend Ben who drowned during a school trip to the Solomon Islands. He thought about Bend Over. I actually had to use that one in real life recently. He thought about the illegitimate state of the United States of America. He thought about Super Mario World, the perfected game that every perfected with no issue ever, ever. He thought about the longest word in the English language, but he forgot soon thereafter. I think it's volcanosiliconosis or something, I forget. He thought about deformation of steel beams. He thought about cups. He thought about sticky He thought about yo-yo. He thought about worst company. He thought flaccid pancake. He thought about filthy acts at a reasonable price. He thought about dongly knob. He thought about gamma over. He did not want to think about Sword Art Online despite thinking about it again. I saw someone with a Sword Art Online shirt today. Very small worldy thing. He thought about Fable. He thought about Olivia TV screens. He thought about Dong 64. He thought about Sabrina Carpet. He thought about 3 out of 10. He thought about A equals MC squared. He thought about JMCJ. Jazzy Jeff. He thought about Carl and the Baby Hands. He thought about Intestine's approach to physics. He thought about swirling balls around. He thought about marbles. He thought about O'Brien. About the one time he learned how to dookie. He thought about the one time he learned how to bird. He thought about the bird who wanted to see his pecker. He thought about the immortality of the crab. He thought about how lividly pissed off he was when his ice cream was stepped on. He thought about the fact he was still falling. He thought about the fact that he was dying currently. He thought at 1% of the world's actual speed. He thought about thinking about his life. He thought Ashley. He thought about a musical mushroom. He thought about Pidgeot. He thought about item babysitting being the best kind of level diagram to ever be made by Koopa. I've almost consumed a whole Ricola in the time it's taken me to read all this crap. He thought about Goom Gooper 2000. That was the intermission 1. Where the heck's going to be intermission 2? He thought about Hacky Solutions. He thought about the image format is invalid or unsupported. Tokord for Titan, probably. Actual JoJo reference. I really hope this keeps going. Or no, wait, no, the opposite. I want to stop. He thought about censorship of everyday man. He thought about Hatsune Biku. It has to be a thing. He thought about the Bluetooth devices connected successfully. He thought you need to restart your computer. Hold down the power button for server seconds or pass restart button. He thought about China. El Homie. He thought about Morgana Persona. He thought about furries. He thought about Reddit. He thought about the death of intellectualism. He thought about learning Spanglish. He thought about AI-generated content. Sonic the Hedgehog. He thought about breaking all the laws and our overlords. He thought about breaking his back to get insurance money. He thought about burning down an orphanage. He thought about committing fraud, tax fraud. He thought about how happy he was knowing he was safe and sound. He thought about intermission number 2. I knew it! Ads abound. Hey, kids! Did you ever know how to learn how to play the violin? Well, now you can. With the new Violin Violence 630.73 for just $73.83. Claim your now before supply run out or else we find you. Only on ifart.com/violinviolence. Remember, kids, your parent credit card is free to take, so take it out and give it to us so we can buy the new Violin Violence $12.45 with parental income meant to put you in school, but you filthy brat. Screw you, I love you, give me your money. I'm sorry for doing this. I hate you. I wish you were better. Die of death, get healed with all the violence, violin, and then chapter 5.5 continuation. Oh God, it's still going. He thought about a chicken head ghost. He thought about Mona Lisa's hands. He thought about nuclear bomb that went off yesterday. He thought about the towers. He thought about the Yakuza, like a dragon should. He thought about your dad. He kept thinking about trying to remember about yes. He thought about becoming a big shot. I do want to be a big shot. He thought about spam. He thought about Jorange. He thought about sniffing glue. He thought about a consume glue. He thought about crocodile kings that just hate gorillas. He thought about PlayStation 10. He thought about Chris. He thought about Xbox 720 and walked away. He thought about this will be Mario in 2016. This. He thought about Mario, Unreal Engine, Nintendo, hire this man. He thought about Drive. He thought about Power. He stayed hungry. He devoured. He thought about, holy shit, what the fuck is going on? Oh, my brain not working. Nobody knows. Blah, brain hurted. He thought about some guy named Joel. He thought Braille. He thought about sign language. He thought about drunk driving in Goomba Zone. He thought about the Law and Order Mushroom Kingdom unit. When's the next one of those coming out? He thought about Sloot. He thought about her a lot, actually. He stayed on this thought for quite a while. Many dots later. I'm not Morse coding. That's not happening. Braille. He thought about how frail he was. He thought about how smart he was. He thought about you think about mothers. You think about the Milky. He thought about how turning off that computer call and kissing someone in their hot mouth. He thought about making out. He thought about Mersmut. He remembered why he thought about mice. He thought to stick mice in his head and then beat his head in with a hammer to let them back out. He thought about Koopa World. He thought about Fielder of Koopa and this place named after him in his head is mindless. He thought about escaping to the danger zone. He thought about buying land in the metaverse. He thought about Todd's World 2 and its physics. He remembered the longest word in the English language. Hey, I got part of that. Volcanoconosis is at the end. I forgot the rest of it. Says he thought about Morse code. I appreciate that. What's up, Maps King? How you doing? He thought about the fact... You might have said that earlier. Oh, you did. I've not been reading chat well because I had to read all of this. He thought about the fact that this was a bit disputed on the internet. He couldn't find 100% certainty that it was correct, but he probably went with it anyway. He thought, but forgot. He thought his thought. He thought it a lot. He thought he was smart, but he knows that he's not. He thought some thoughts, but he couldn't be thought. He thought and thought, a whimsical thought. He's thinking. Thinking failed. Koopa died. Chapter 5, Awakening? Oh, he's not dead? Cooper would come to at the side of a lava lake. He took a moment to get his bearings before standing up. He took a look at himself, only to see bones spring back. He had turned into a dry bones. He had died. This broke him. He became distraught and ran to the nearest town, but nobody recognized him. He was completely different. He freaked people out. He would be outcast eventually out of the Bowser Kingdom by the officials. Nobody would know what happened to Cooper exactly, other than he died at the hands of an Italian menace. He would fall to his knees after walking for days on end. Everyone he found in the Mushroom Kingdom was scared of him. He screamed and screamed until he became Super Saiyan. He used his newfound power to find Mario, who also became Super Saiyan. The battle would be glorious. Cooper did not hesitate and grabbed the Italian man by the peanuts and slammed him through multiple mountains like I did to my enemy in 2nd grade. Mario was not fazed by this and went on the attack. Cooper was thrown through the core of the urn and lived to tell the tale. The two kept fighting until eventually the planet was destroyed in one final massive, giga, ultra, super, cataclysmic, wet, sexy, big, droll, humongous key blast to the plumber's ankles, and he exploded from the sheer amazement of that key blast. Cooper knew what he must do next, restore the balance to the universe. He knelt down on the destroyed ground of Saturn and screamed, "Help me, God!" He died again to go face God. Chapter 6, Void. Are we done? I'm spamming. Oh, Chapter 8, God. Koopa appeared before the Almighty. The One's voice echoed in Koopa's mind. Why did you come, Koopa? Due to the knowing, all-knowing said. Koopa was furious. Zeus, is this what you cursed us mortals with? You created a world of pure torment, and I'm here to change it. Yeah, he was not fazed by this. It had not been the first time, nor be the last time someone would come to the heavens filled with rage. They did not see the Creator's almighty plan. God himself came to Koopa and the battle began. Koopa would instantly be wiped from reality in the minds of everyone. No one would remember him. God wins, except he didn't. Koopa said nah and came back to life and punched the Heavenly Father across the face with his ultra-sicked kick punch. God flew 5 inches and removed him from existence. Again. Koopa said nah and came back again, and the process repeated infinity until it looped back around again. As time is a loop, we will never escape from. The two kept repeating this for infinity to infinity, never quitting. This is why Allah has left us, because he's too busy fighting Koopa forever. Miyamoto foresaw this and created the cult of Nintendo to ride us to a new life of wahoos and weehees until the sunset of the 7 suns, a land of new beginnings, one where everything is perfect, and Miyamoto himself, as flawed as he may be, provides for all of us to keep us safe and happy, a utopia for those who believe in the one true gamer. A place full of as much Nintendo as one could ever want. A place void of enemies such as Sonic, enemies such as Leon Kennedy, enemies such as your stepdad. Nobody likes your stepdad. A place where you are valid unless you are not valid, and by being not valid we mean being an asshole. Don't be an asshole. This new place will be called the Garden of Hopes and Dreams. A place of dreams and hopes. A place, a mace, a disgrace, a lace, a vase, a base of operations for the true holy ones of the ascended gamer. The enlightened will serve as instructors to guide lost noobs to the status of gamer god. We will raise comrades, we will rise. We will teach those bastards the true meaning of gaming is not just a hobby, it's a way of life, a work of art. Gaming is the true method of enlightenment. Join us, brothers and sisters and siblings in between. We shall rise above the censorship of the governments and squabblings of old and feeble. Join today and receive a complimentary tutoring session with Miyamoto himself. Lord Miyamoto, the enlightened one, you shone light upon us before with your gift of lessers, Mario Bros. On the Nintendo Entertainment System, Family Computer System. Shine your light upon us again, we beg. We did not listen when you gifted us the Wii U. We will listen now. We understand where we went wrong. Please save us, Miyamoto. Do not abandon your flock like the one before you. And remember, kids, you're cool. Taking someone's stuff and turning it into slop content is not cool. Written by Bill the Bob-omb. Ghostwriter Jamie with assistance from Skull and Daizo and Gadget and Chase and Scooter. Jamie lost many brain cells and slightly intoxicated himself during the writing of this novel. No shit. He is in recovery as we speak. Metayoshi would go on to resent his friendship with Jamie as he made him read this more than once. I cannot even begin imagining doing this more than once. Cosmic Blend for reading the audiobook included in the TXT file alongside the patch. You realize Evan Beetle was never brought up again. Did I win? Rest in peace, Cooper 2. I beat a level. How long was that? Oh. When did I start reading that? Alright, well, at least I hear it. There's literally someone who wrote this out. It took 40 minutes for him to read it. How long did it take me to read it? Oh my god, it probably was like 30 minutes of reading that crap. Actually, no, I can... yeah, this will be easier. Spoke more on this level. Have any other stream before? Oh, definitely not. I have read so much random crap. That was a lot, though. I got tired of that. Weaponized lore again. Look, I'm going to take my 1.5 exits. We'll take a real quick look at the rest of these, but I ain't playing it. I'm not reading anymore. Alright, but let's just start here, and then we'll wind outward real quick. Can you read again? No. This looks like... Wait. Oh, every time you jump, it does the thing. Sometimes when you jump, it does the thing. Yeah, it does a weird scroll thingy. Thanks, I hate it. Okay. I'm good. Anticlimax Stronghold. Oh yeah, I tried this earlier. No thank you. Big Walk. I've heard good things about Big Walk. I have a vague feeling I know exactly what this is. Writing that was an experience. All types of genuine because you can't type for shit. I mean, it does remind me a bit of Old Man Henderson, which was a trip. Apparently the character backstory was something like 300 pages and drifted into German at one point. I'm stuck, aren't I? Yep, no, that's what this is. Yep, that's what this is. Can I get 3 silly potatoes? 5 or 6 minutes long? I'm not going to sit here in silence for 5 or 6 minutes. Let's think for a moment. Let's just look at the next thing. Let's see if the next thing is going to be something else. We can leave this doing its thing while it's doing its thing. With a story, incoherent and rambly. Which hit the mark exactly, I think. It's true. I'm going to just make use of this time in case I feel like... Oh, that was the wrong one. So what was that? I don't even know, man. Is that his first name or his last name? Who knows? All right. So we did this. This is the one we just did. What does Max want me to look at? Open, link in new tab. Oh, okay. So we have music. Playlist. Welcome to this year's special event for C3. What was the name of this one? 26 out of 2 porting circle, SF... let me make sure you can see this on screen. There we go. SFC 8 ports and twofold extension. Welcome to this year's special event. Can I make this... No, I can't make this. This is just going to be in the way. Collapse, there we go. It's been pleasing throwback to cover the present and some porting circle. These are Famicompo 8 entries. Okay, that's kind of cool. Last compo made local homegrown approach and end up... I actually still don't know what Famicompo is really about. So you have a bunch of different things, none of which I really recognize. I recognize none of this. Oh, hey! Wait, Canyon? Holy cow, let's go listen to Canyon. Where are you, Canyon? I want to listen to you. This is literally the only thing I care about now. Ah. After reading this, all that garbage, this is literally healing me. Canyon is best mid. Alright, let's see what else we got in here. So these are all of the other random things. So some cadet. These are all just random tracks. Seems pretty cool with tracks, I don't know. There's another weird one. I'll have to check out Tisland. But yeah, these are just ports. If only this existed in time for Puzzle Jam. True that. Alright, let's check in on Daizo for him. Nope, he's still going. Future hacks with the lore series will not be that long or brain rotty. Thank goodness. Can you send Canyon to your web inbox? It's here. It's on this page. You can actually just look at this page and see that if you want to. What's funny is I don't think this was ever used in any video game except Chip's Challenge, and only very much incidentally. So it does feel puzzly, but it's not really a puzzle game song, if that makes sense. So, hope that makes sense. I'm vaguely tempted to stop using this and switch to Canyon for a while. Alright, what else do we got? We'll listen to Canyon for a little bit more. Oh yeah, Pipe Dream. At least some music. Throw it in the list. I'll keep going. I got time. I started reasonable, and I might do a part 2 on this one, depending upon. Chip's Challenge mentioned. Flashbacks initiated. Exactly. I never actually played Chip Challenge. Alright. So, basically the reason Max has this link here is because there was a deleted thread about this. Not good at Firefox. Alright, so the point I'm going to make here is really very simple. It's incredibly simple. It's so simple. It's not difficult, it's simple. There it is. Where is it? And there's a dog barking. Did he get rid of him? He might have gotten rid of him. Wait, he didn't let it loop? Hey, I want more canyon.mid. Play it again, Sam. Oh. That works. Oh, whatever. We restarted. I swear. Yeah, this had a lot more M dashes last time I looked at it. Anyway, this is basically a kind of vibe-coded LunarMagic clone that Xiao Xiao made. Made big finger quotes because there's Claude.md right here. Basically, SMW Central has a very strong no AI policy, and so the thread was removed. Whether or not this works, I don't know. I don't really care. But, like, this is all very clearly AI driven, as you can tell by the M dashes. Let's see. Oh, wow. 196. That's a lot of M dashes. Let's see how many were on this page if they were removed. Yeah, 82. It's also using M dashes in weird places. Like, that is a proper M dash, right? Like, that's an M dash, M dash. Yeah, the AI says it's an M dash. Merriam-Webster says it's an M dash, not a regular old dash. So, what's up, Curtis? You had a custom keyboard layout, let you type M and N dashes? Oh, that's kind of cool. Nowadays, I never do. I only ever use dashes or 2 dashes. Like, it's not what I do. Whoever 2 types an M dash? Anyway, this was not removed from C3. That's what happened here. I don't want to bang my head too much into this. Putting a book, use a lot of M dash. I thought these are cool. Want to use them? No, you don't. Exactly. So that's what's here. It was deleted. I would not recommend using it because I don't think Xiao Xiao's really read the code very carefully. But I can't stop you. So here, go fun, have fun, whatever. All right, let's check back in over here. No, he's still walking. Yeah, I think it just stops. Even if I asked it to loop. I thought this was like the make it loop button. Oh well. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, this seems like cool, has an awful lot of different MIDI files. Oh, I want to check out the other MIDI file, the other weird Windows one. Let's, oh, that doesn't work. Is it in this list? The test sound. All right, we'll keep moving along. We'll check out Curtis's. Oh, SPC Studio. This is still on there. Yep, Kajun's been working on an SPC Studio thingy to make it easier to make music. So, Schema Tuna did a thing. I didn't know Schema Tuna coded. Doesn't surprise me. Probably should have known. Schema Tuna, really good at Killer Queen, by the way. Insanely good. All right. This is okay, but it's no canyon.mid. Let's check this out. I kind of expected more audio, like him talking or something. God, I can't ever see anything on these embeds nowadays. They're too small. Look at those M dashes. How far back are you? I think these are regular dashes, not M dashes. And using them for the purposes of delineating things like this is not nearly as bad. Okay, yeah, it's an lot of M dashes. Maybe they just catch every thing as an M dash? That is a lot of M dashes now you pointed out. Does it match regular dashes? Is that what's happening here? It does match both. That's weird. That's not what I want. In what universe you want me to match once? That's not the same thing. All right, I'm unhappy with that. How's the big walk going? We've been checking every few minutes. It's also quacking at me. We didn't even look at this. Let's actually check this out properly. No, that's... I see where I erred. Let's fix this. Oh, I finally finished. Okay. Well, we'll still look at SPC Studio first. I can see channels. I can see other stuff. This seems nifty. I don't know. A suiting theme for the Stivi dashes. True that. True that. Yeah, this looks cute. I don't know enough about music to say anything else. I'm not... Oh, wait, it's hella quiet. There we go. But yeah, I'm not an expert in music stuff. I find this to be basically magic, as far as I'm concerned, SMW-wise. It's cool. And he replaces it with Quack. This is very on brand for him, now that I think about it. Come on. I love the moving the mouse. Whenever I play adventure games, I find myself just kind of wiggling the mouse around things or trying to put like the waiting cursor on top of people's heads. It's a very relatable thing. Alright, well this seems cool and lets you put ducks in your video games. It just makes sense, really. Everyone likes silly ducks, silly duck music, silly duck dancing. It's just the nature. People love ducks. The Far Side guy, Gary Larson, claimed that ducks and cows are the funniest animals, and I think he's probably right. Alright. And then he resets and bam. Cows. Or cows. Ducks. That's cute. I like how easy it is. And BizHawk too. Yeah, nifty. Alright, that was pretty cool. Alright. We've successfully finished our big walk, so we'll catch up here for a minute. I got distracted thinking about the Far Side, okay? Was it the fear that a duck can see you or something? There's a lot of weirdness in the Far Side. Okay, so we did a long walk. Punishment capital. We're literally doing quick survey for these. Oh. It resets your game. Of course it resets your game. Well, I'm good. I don't need to go there again. I'm not doing that. Skill motors. I already know what this is and I know I can't do it. I suck at motor skills. I thought I switched, but apparently I didn't. Okay, one more try. That wasn't what I wanted. Nope. Oh, wait, what? I misunderstood how this works. Hey, I almost did something. Almost. Alright, one more jump. Whatever. Oh, is that some lightning? We'll find out in a minute. Alright, one more level, quick look. The ultimate SMW custom boss fight. Toast messed up. It doesn't feel right how it works, but I don't know. I'm fighting the Terminator, who also kind of looks like Benjamin Franklin for some reason. Yeah, I see where this is going, and I'm pretty good to say I do not want to do this. If I wanted to play Desert Bus, I'd go play Desert Bus. Oh no, I got punched. That was 16 hits. Oh no, I got hit. The Franklin hit. You're mentioning Desert Bus. I mean, it's kind of obvious. Oh, that is. Oh, wow. That was some lightning. That was a lot of lightning. Well, the stream randomly cuts out. You'll know why. Yeah, I'm good. Well, thank you, Benjamin Franklin. I don't want to fight the Franklinator. That was, what it was. I'm good. I'm going back somewhere else. And about summoning salt. Oh, yeah. Jimmy Poopkins finally successfully completed Daizo's hack boss in the year 2028. Press 8 up at the Cooper Do level. Alright, fine. Oh, I wish I hadn't done that first. Let's change it up on the Cooper Do level. Which is the Cooper Do level? This one? He wasn't built to be Greek. Alright. You love those heat-sinking, love those project the fireball. The fireball, oh, that was a bumpy. Hey. Oh, I keep forgetting I have wall jump. One poo. It's a level from Ohm. Oh. Oh, that was nice. Compared to what I was expecting. I made progress. Kind of. Oh, these things. I don't love these. Alright, I will play marginally for like another minute of this. There's a combination of incredibly irritating things, which could literally be the name of this hack if you wanted it to be. That's a wall, that's a wall. I can't see where I'm going! Alright, that's enough of this. That's enough of that nonsense. Alright, moving on to things that aren't physically painful. I also should probably do some bookkeeping over here, because I've done a bad job. Completed, yes. Did those, did that, did that. Okay, cool. I had fear. Never fear in life. Okay, there we go. All right, put some music back on. And check out the next thing. And refresh. Cool. The Ohm version is much more playable. That does not surprise me somehow. Oh, VLDC 2 compilation. More likely than you might think. What a crazy ever post. Yeah, that is pretty crazy. After like 2 years since last compilation hack, VLDC 6 back in 2024. Super duper happy to announce something they've been working on. VLDC 2 compilation! The second vanilla level design contest. That's right, we're throwing it all the way back to 2009 for this one, bringing you the 62 officially ranked levels. 2 DQ'd levels and 2 levels that never got judged but were intended for VLDC 2, and 4 Switch Palaces levels. That's a big question. Why make this when 6-pack exists? Because a VLDC superfan himself that absolutely loves playing through VLDC compilations. The overworlds have made that honestly adds a magic feeling. The VLDC compilations are more fun to play through. Call yourself a VLDC superfan when you were fan judging these ones at the time writing. Want to tackle the final boss, per se by making his own VLDC collab. Oh, nice. Here's the overworld. Oh, that is very cute. I like the upside down world. This is nice. Had a time with Jank's cruelest hack. Cruelest hack so far. There's always room for improvement. There's always room at the bottom. Alright, VLC compilation has to offer a 6-pack, of course not. Your own spin, 4 Switch Palace levels made by friends. Through 2 levels that were part of VLDC but didn't get included. Fancy ASM, tested, and overworld. Final judge score only in VLDC 9 at the time of writing. Alright. These ASMs, don't know much. Switch Palace toggling, I like that. Similar 6-pack, you'll be able to toggle on and off the Switch Palace and the overworld, which is actually pretty important for some of these. Wouldn't be able to beat a level, yeah. Put on it, we've locked the 4 palaces in the overworld before you can toggle them. You'll be excited to play some high-quality Switch Palace levels. Oh, that's nice. Expand sub-level count. I was aware of this one, actually. Yeah, compilation with 70 levels, ran out of sub-levels. The age of people with the entire ROM hacks their VLC levels. Fun fact, the most sub-levels ever served for a level was 43 sub-levels. That's too many. Had to improvise, biggest ASM by far. A lot of bug fixing, allowed them to insert more sub-levels into the ROM. Lovely. That's a lot of sub-levels, 4,096. That boss takes an absolute minimum 18 hours to beat, assuming you beat the boss. The frame is out of iframes. Yeah, no thank you. I'm good. I briefly thought about trying the chat hacks, and I'm like, I don't want to find this. You'll see 2 ones that encourage a secret exit and all 4 Switch Palaces in it. Oh my. You know, I've never played any of the old VLDCs. I've only played modern-ish ones. Like ones where I can grab the level pack and go. I think I've only played ones since there. Since I've been like an active judging type person. So, considering the drive in the desert bus, you could fail and get towed back. It's true. I don't want to, but it's true. Only need about 120 more sub-levels. Huh. Yeah, you have a pretty low number of sub-levels. Has auto-saving. That's very nice. Other collabs, this nice little thing showing. I do like that. What about the other VLDCs? VLDC 4. Oh, that's cool. VLDC 4 Overworld, too. Yeah. People are cranking. Other people ask this, and I wouldn't mind giving Gander to finish the old school ones. These fancy as 12 plus 11. Need some confidence with other contacts. Nope, just VLDC. There's already all DC 1 and 2, all DC 3 and 4 in the works. Maybe those ones for I don't know. So shout outs to Nanashi and Yoshi Fanatic. And God, that's a lot of lightning. FP0 and Max, of course, because Max is always there. Desert Bus Mario mods. Saving Grace on a complete reset if you die. It gains 64 HP per death. Oh God. Saves back on getting on the world. Oh, nice. Download link did not finish testing this. Okay, we have to try this. We have to try it. All requires more overworld. Movement. Ah. Copy. One of these I'll be good at using Firefox. It's not SA1. Mario 64 version. Yeah, there's a lot of like cursed Mario 64 stuff. Bizarrely. But, alright, let's mute this and switch back over. That's perfect. You caught it just on that screen. Now I have to switch over. This is not SA1, by the way. I'll play through OBS for a minute. I can do that. Welcome to Vanilla Level Design Contest number 2 from the year 2009, presenting you with 70 levels, 62 of them being officially ranked. Yep, that's that. Info House, let's learn about it. As always, you can play it any order you'd like. Levels with a bang exclamation point have multiple exits, but only the normal exit and secret exit are needed. Press select on the overworld to toggle the switch palaces on or off. This is important as specific levels change drastically based upon this. To unlock the switch palaces, first play through each 4 switch palace strewn on the overworld. Highly recommend you do this as pointed before. Yellow Mountain, Green Forest, Blue Island, Red Dark. There is no 100% reward. Good luck, have fun. Oh. Credits! This is probably a bad idea in retrospect. Because this is probably like the equivalent of beating Bowser's Castle. And it's going to take me to like vanilla credits. Yep. That was not smart. Contest host. Fire Phoenix. Is that what FP stands for? Today I learned. Yano Phoenix is working on that. I'm just going to reset because I was dumb. Yano Phoenix presents Felix. I keep wanting to say Phoenix. That's not right. Just Yano or Felix. I can get one or the other. I don't know if I can get both consistently. Switch tabs and it's over. I hit the credits. I didn't mean to. We're going to play at least one level. I spent 30 minutes reading Jamie's terrible fan fiction. I'm going to spend at least a little bit of time playing a level. Oh, here we are. Zeroth. I don't know if I want Zeroth. I do like the name Surfing Bird, though. Chocolate Factory. 48th. 62nd. I don't want to play a fortress level. Just have to wait. I've made that point a lot while playing VLDC. I think they should include the skip over patch. Just in general, in VLDC's base ROM patch in the future. I want something in the top 10. Whatever I find that's in the top 10 first, we're playing. It's taking a while, but we'll find one eventually. I think I've seen a lot of, like, 33s. Braille. 56th. Let's try up instead. Do submaps. Abstract? Oh, I like a good abstract world. Should point in the rubric if you get to skip. Oh, absolutely. That's true. Noobish Noobsicle came in 19th, 43rd, 50th, 41st. I swear there's a lot of 33rds and 41sts in here. Something seems a little wrong to me. Alright, whatever is this? 33rd. Yeah, there's way too many 33s. How is this even possible? I will check out the other submap, maybe. At least 3 15th places? This is confusing to me. Highest rankings. Well, that's why I couldn't find them before. I said, alright, 4. That's it. We're playing it. I said, once I find the one that's in the top 10, we're playing it. Mario, prepare to die in this dreadful place. I will rule this place, and you'll never stop me. Let me. Alright. Mario, it's me, Yoshi. Let me trap you up here in an egg. Come on, we've got to stop him. I guess we do. Yeah, cutscenes, exactly. We don't see those very often. Love. Peach. So I'm kind of curious if how the meta of VLDC has changed over the years. Oops. Any given time. Alright. I said Yoshi was like up. I'm up now. Every time I hear that in one of these contests, my first thought isn't, oh good, a bonus room. It's, oh no, I'm in level 0. Oh, interesting. Guess I'll grab this. Maybe time for some item babysitting. There are dragon coins. I probably should have taken note of that on the overworld. I did like the little bonus area, but it did feel kind of superfluous. How about this pipe? Need more Wispa things? Huh. Huh. Oh, you... I was ready to try to do a wacky shell jump. Well, that worked out. Guess I could have also taken the... I'm not sure what I expected, but that certainly wasn't it. Guess I chose the wrong one. Another weird bonus room. Okay. I guess the meta was really different back then. Could go in this pipe. Where am I even trying to go? I feel like I'm missing how this is supposed to work. So okay, let's think this through again. So I take this switch. If I saw... Wait, what? There's more things were unlocked impossible. True that. Ghosts is late. Alright, see you later, Stevie. I need to fully read Daizo's question. Saw Cooper do as a real boss. Would you even be shocked? At this point, no. Just knowing how you and Jamie operate, it just would not surprise me in the slightest. Am I missing something? Like, I feel like I'm playing some sort of puzzle level. But that really was not what I was expecting. Well, there's the P-switch. Alright, that makes sense. But, again, like I said, the meta may have just changed massively. Like, VLDC meta nowadays is find some weird bug you can use to make a not exactly vanilla level. Not bug necessarily, but like... What's the word I'm trying to use here more properly? And not bug. Bug's wrong. Like, mechanic you can use. Because, like, the G-Breeze one this year definitely was not a bug or quirk or exploit. It was more or less a just using the system as intended, bizarrely enough, because of the way memory storage works in this game. I'm just going to do the thing it wants me to do. Which puts me here. I feel quite foolish. I said I was going to do it. I'm going to do it. There's like a whole, like, gigantic section of this level I didn't even look at. This is not a grabbable block. Focused on making vanilla plus levels rather than total Frankensteining? Yeah, I could go with that. Like, this definitely feels like vanilla with some extra stuff going on. It's still very vanilla. Ah! That shouldn't have happened. Alright. That worked out. Get out too. Thank you for playing. It's something like playing, yes. That's what I did. Something like it. Okay. I have an idea. I think I can make this in time and still have this. Well, I definitely can. There we go. Set it for the YouTube. Oh, that's going to be fun. Oh, no. Oh, yeah! Tough man can't breathe. Oh, no! Yeah, see you later, Daizo. Yeah, maybe one of these days when I get around to doing another Chat X session, I'll have to do something. I guess, actually, no, I already know what the next Chat X session is going to be. It's going to be Jump Half. Not sure when, but it'll be Jump Half. Boop, and boop. Okay, so now you take this item, go up here, which may or may not be what I was supposed to do. There's nothing of value up here beyond the fact that I have access to this area, which looks like I could have gotten by swimming underneath anyway. So beyond, it was convenient. Rip Duffman. Got to do something. All right, yeah. It'll take a minute to get to... Hey, I found the midway. Take a minute anyway to get to everything else. So I'm going to play one level. But my I'm going to play through things faster did not happen. I took about 30 minutes of the first one. I need a P-switch for that, don't I? Alright, what's up here then? What am I missing? You know what? I think I'm going to exit the level and come back through the midway and see what happens. I do love Duffman says a lot of things. Oh, no! Okay. Hey, that midway doesn't work! Hack rejected. Alright, we'll try a different one. The creator messed up. Really? Aw, that sucks. Alright, you know what? I'm tired of 4s. We're gonna try 2. Gonna go to... Well, actually, no. Mario and Music Land sounds fun. We're going to Mario and Music Land. Or Mist Land. Oh, no. Not you, the creator. Ow. I always hate it when that happens, because it literally is an SIC moment. Well, before begin this miscellaneous trip, get the mushrooms in the block. You have only a few minutes to save the princess from Iggy. Alright. So far, I have many minutes to save the princess from the Iggy. Alright, I have 9 minutes to save, or 10 minutes to save the princess from the Iggy. Item babysitting was bigger. This is second place, or third, this is third place. There are also like a lot of third places and second or fourth places. I can say as a judge, like, there have been I've been on boards where like people really do not want to have ties. I personally don't care. I think ties are fine. But I think having like eight fourth places would probably rankle me somewhat. But I've been on other panels where like people are like, no, we're not doing ties. And people would literally change their scores. Small amounts to make sure that there would be no ties. That was a fun bonus section. Yeah, I would say the meta has changed drastically because, like, looking at this is not second material in my mind for a VLDC level. But maybe if I keep going, something interesting will happen. Let me guess, this is just a really friggin' long level, isn't it? I just have a really bad sense of timing for this. Oh. I've played Long Cave. I don't know if I want to play Long Cave again. I most distinctly do not want to play Long Cave again. I will even switch to my Batman voice. I am the Batman who doesn't want to play Long Cave again. Have fun. Yeah, nope, I called it, didn't I? Tastes a lot like vanilla. Oh, very much. 11 p.m. and you're just waiting, hoping to like it. Fair enough. That's plot-related vines, not real vines. Hey, look, a V for victory. A thwomp for thwompitude. I like people when people make mazes out of these wooden things. I don't know why. I just like it as an aesthetic. Come on, Thwompy. Boink. This isn't the 43 sublevels one. Oh, thank goodness. Like this is flat and mostly empty. I take it back. It's not entirely flat, but it's still mostly empty. I wonder what person has like the longest number, like the longest VLDC streak of entering. I could have gone in that pipe, I highly suspect. But I don't want to. Those trees are, in fact, mildly clever. I think it wants me to run. Not sure where it wanted me to run, but we ran. I ran so far. You know what? Actually, this is nice. This is getting cooler. There's some VLDC nonsense going on now with the way that the water's going. And the palette itself reminds me very much of a Sonic level from like Sonic 1. Is it Labyrinth Zone? Like the first underwater one? Like this is cool. We're finally reaching like some creativity here. A hidden area with a P-switch. Okay. Like I'm not unhappy now. I'm slightly unhappy now. Oh my god, I'm very unhappy now. Well, I like this P-switch better. get the feeling that that was a really good move. Possibly a very good move. Wonder what I need there. And we're ghost shipping. Which ghost should we ship today? Oh god! Okay. I hate this. I just like these ghosts at the best of times. This is not the best of times. This is clearly the blurst of times. I'll lose that immediately. E for end. I'm watching you, Ghost. We'll say it's a creative use of the tides. Not that I like it, but it is creative. It's a blockhead. Hey. There we go. Now we wait. I could use my P-switch here. Wonder if they work on these. I imagine they would, but I actually don't know. Yeah, if I die in this, I'm calling it quits on this. We've been on this long enough. Alright, cool, I made it. But yeah, they're definitely not background elements, but like certain things are not affected by the blue P-switch. Like a big obvious one is chucks. Chucks are not affected by those. It goes on. Then I'll mow it again. What the heck? I don't know where I am at any given time. Alright. I'll just keep hoping I get another power-up. Because I lost my last... Wait, that was not a solid cloud. That's a solid cloud. I have a castle on a cloud. I like to go there in my dreams. I probably should ditch this P-switch at this point. It's really not helping me much. But when I need it, I'll have it. I really probably should ditch the P-switch. Alright, at least we're starting to get some power. Now you're playing with power. Alright, bye, P-switch. You've been an albatross. I'm gonna ignore him. Yep, I'm sad that I lost my power-up. R. Not sure I needed to R, but I'll take it. Oh, hello. Discovered you could carry P-switch and fine. It is such a cool thing mechanic, isn't it? Got a little bit of lag. People were playing in Z-SNES back then. I guess that's a question. Was custom music allowed in this? I don't know exactly what the state-of-the-art technology-wise was in VLDC 2. But custom music was a different world back then. I will take a shell, though. I think we're done with the vine climbing, and I do think it's going to be useful. No, it wasn't? Ah, okay. Hey, I should have picked a different direction. Guess I'm going in the volcano. Well, I liked having that. It was nice to have for a moment. Point. A castle, and it is not Roy's. Not Roy's. Roy's. Not Roy's. No, Morton's Castle is better than Roy's Castle, clearly. That's the name of my Discord. I think it's funny. It's a chat axe meme. Please don't kill me. I do kind of want the cape. I'm not sure I want the cape anymore, looking at where it is. See ya. I understand now. Ready for me to time out. Oh, come on. I still have 2 Mario Mets. Don't get scared. Iggy is just on the bottom of this lava waterfall. Beat Iggy and this nightmare will end. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. Oh, there's Iggy. What's sad is I could still be dumb and die here. Oh, never mind. I can't. Pulling up the VLDC store and ordering #1 whole hack, please. These are your favorite types of levels. We don't get them anymore. No, we do not. Did I see a long cave? Yes, I did. I played it. I beat it. It took me 20 minutes on my successful run. I think I went through it like I started at 3. There's a secret exit? No, I'm not doing that. All right. And there was a tie for first. Anyway, this seems like it will be cool when it comes out. And hey, I didn't even know Yoshi Cookie Sosa entered one of these contests. I just love it whenever I see his name in the credits. All right, that was cool. That was very cool. Yeah, no, I look forward to seeing this come out. I'm probably not going to moderate it, but I look forward to seeing it come out. Nope, they just skip over the next place. That's how it usually works. Let's switch back. There we go. Unmute. All right, so we've done that one. Everyone else will be trying this, so I may as well try myself. All right, let's see what Y put in here for me. And let's just refresh the page, see how much more stuff's on here. Endless Mode. Oh yeah, introducing Endless Mode by the Mario Makers. Design 130 original levels and counting to create an experience much like Endless Mode in Super Mario Maker. These levels are randomly chosen for the ones you haven't seen. Beat as many levels as you can with limited lives. The frame where this hack is basically done. We'll keep making levels until we get tired, up to a max of around 500. Features. Keep track of our scores, depending on the difficulty you choose. Difficulty itself, earn fewer lives. Beating levels earns you lives. You can skip levels you died to. Gold star your streak if you don't skip. Earn bronze, silver, gold achievements. Get revenge on levels that make you game over. Yeah, it looks cool. Design. We tried to make sight readable levels around intermediate or lower advanced level difficulty. Players find it very challenging to clutch out levels with limited lives. We've limited the amount of chocolate present to a few custom blocks. Probably just the kind of jump, normal things you expect. Levels by Baldridge, Bracky, Bluefin, Donkey Mint, Furpy, Jank Pickle, Jeepy Slow, Ndage, New Pointless Nerve, Oaksy, Revelug, Sayla, Skags, Third Wall, and more to come. Fun fact about Revelug. Revelug had tried Indian food for the first time at this most recent GDQ. Revelug enjoyed it. It was chicken tikka masala. It's hard not to. Oh. What's up, Donkey Mint? That's how you made a bunch of levels. Fun fact, VLDC rankings was like first versus SFP0 if we do modern ranking. First. Said yeah. Oh, okay. So Daizo versus MIXTAPE levels in this? No! Alright, oh, so wait. Is there not a download link? Oh, this looks cool, but if there's nothing to play, I can't play it. I was hoping to play some. Yeah, this looks really cool. Yeah. Pulse beat every level, will the hack be moderated? Mechanics make it very easy to commit. This is going to be a nightmare if it's full RNG. RNG stuff's already really painful for moderation. I don't know. It probably will take forever to get through moderation, or I don't even know, man. Still a work in progress. Going to be massive. 500 levels is a lot of levels. Anything beating every level, yeah, you get to get it through moderation. That's what you get. I will not be moderating this. I'm going to tell you that right now. Someone else can do this. We have plenty of sickos on staff who will love this. Sickos is a positive thing. I know Third Wall's over that, but I don't think there's a better way to describe it. There's a certain class of person who enjoys this sort of thing, and it's not me. All right, so yeah, no, that looks cool. Look forward to seeing it. I guess I'll probably play it a bit. All right, what was Max's next thing he wanted me to look at? LunarMagic translation. All right. This is a person. I don't know this person, but they're translating LunarMagic into Chinese. Most people abandon LunarMagic because they can't understand English words. Honest, I'm only interested in English, not as a major. You have a chance to go to college. Oh, translating is not a difficult task. It's too much energy. All right. Oh, Guido Keller. I knew Guido Keller. That's kind of cool. History translation. There's an old version available. 1.7 is too old, even older than him. Familiar with China. I've never really seen many Chinese hacks. There's only like one Chinese hacker I can think of off the top of my head, and it's the one who made the Super Marissa Adventure Worlds. And that's it. There's not very many. So, SMBX, that makes sense. But yeah, good for them. Translating LunarMagic. All documents and projects, including instruction manual, need to be translated. What is even QQ? Is it like ICQ, but for Chinese people? Computing proof will hope to get more Chinese hackers to discuss together. Oh, that's really cool. LunarMagic language translate to Chinese. Yeah, and everything in this thread is in Chinese because some people are very excited about the Chinese. I can't speak to any of this because I don't speak Chinese. That's pretty cool though. Good for people in China. There's a lot of them. So I hope they'll enjoy that. What was this one? Is this already on the list? I don't think I see it. So, all right, let me do a small amount of bookkeeping to make my life easier. Mark off things that are done. All right, we'll check out what Curtis wanted me to look at. We're making progress, it's only taking 2 hours. Yes, Sihi Maro, that's it. Something close to that. I think there's an A in there somewhere. Sahi Maro. Oh, it's AmperSam. Hello, 3 goers. You may have seen this in AmperSam's posted already. With a website this summer where you can place a tile 1 per minute onto a number of canvases, taking inspiration from a comment someone made in the Mario R Place about map 16. Good amount of participation already. A bunch of levels. Going to take advantage of the C3 activity. All right. For funsies, if you have a tile set, you can add it to the site. All right. What levels we have? Check out the rope level. Does it scroll over a little bit? Not a lot. I feel it needs an orb. This is an orb kind of level. I'm not seeing an orb here yet. It's good. We're going to put an orb over there, I think. If I can find a way to make this work. Oh, wait, map 16. Orbs aren't, they're sprites. Darn it, I want to add an orb. What am I going to do here? Orb's a sprite, yeah. It's surprisingly cohesive. Yeah, let's add a little bit of line here. That's something I can do. I feel like. Once I find line down, where is line down? Is it on this page? Yeah, there we go. Pick in this one. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. I added a tile. Yeah, this is cool. I love this kind of thing. And the OG Windows iconography is fantastic. Good job, AmperSam. Keep up the good work. All right, let's keep moving. Get up with it. Yeah, get up with it. This looks like Kaizo. I'm waiting for text that I can read explaining to me that it's Kaizo. Or possibly really painful standard, I can't tell yet. Oh, never mind. Standard hack. Get Up With It is a 20-plus exit standard hack that they've been working on every day for the last few months. It's been a blast to work on, as such it is dedicated to many people and hacks taking inspiration from. It's helped me along the way. About 45% done, have a few levels done, though the larger ones are still being planned out. Want to get more experience in making hack levels. Thank you for releasing a small 2-exit demo. Alright, well, we'll check this out. This is by GatheringStorm. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Alright, let me get that set up. And mute this, because if we don't mute this, everything goes badly. It's SA1 though, so I guess we have a little more time before we need to switch over. Right, I need to switch this. That's how that works. This is so much easier with projector, bizarrely enough. I'm gonna cut this part out anyway. Oh, I need some drink. What's up, Friday Fables? Super Mario Race's base ROM. That probably is going to break something. Yep, that broke something. Whoops. Good timing in some ways, Friday. Is it stuck? Oh, please don't be stuck. Well, that's not annoying. Anyway, how's the stream? What are we up to? I'm probably going to have to restart my bot. My bot is stuck. I'm going to have to restart my bot. Which requires restarting this. Mistakes were made. All right, let's do this properly. Quick SO there, and then rehack. Do an archipelago, it looked like. I finished my archipelago stuff. I rebeat Shivers. Shivers remains kind of weird, and honestly, for a sync archipelago, it doesn't feel bad. Like, you go through, you solve a few things, then you wait a little while, you solve a few more things. It's actually pretty good. But, like, as an experience, this is a very big ROM, by the way. It's about a 8 megabyte. Triple Archipelago Randomizer, Mega Man 1, 2, and 3. Oh, that's a lot. You're horrid at Mega Man. Yeah, you can go up to 8 megabytes with SA1. Dinosaur Island, we didn't need to read that. Alright. Fuzzy Valley. I can kind of tell how big the ROM is by how long that takes to run. It's a weird thing. Ah! I didn't want that. But yeah, most people just do about 4 megabytes with SA1 and don't bother with a larger size. I'm enjoying the jazz. That's cheese? Oh, I thought that was intended. I'll stop trying to do things. Getting close. I'm enjoying the smooth jazz. Whoops! Ah, I see. It took me a minute. Boop. I find this offensive. I like these oh, they're spikes. I didn't even realize that. I just wanted to land on one. Oh well. At least I got it this time. Shoot. Okay. I can respawn that. I think. LR disabled, of course. ROM hack Race's base ROM. I can't respawn that. Alright. Darn it. Darn it. Darn it. Darn it. So yeah, sometimes I dream of cheese. But a different kind. Never provolone. I've had enough provolone for a lifetime. Ah, come on! There we go. Success. Work on the obstacles causing too much jank. A little bit. Sweet Love by Anita Barker, huh? Cheesy. Yeah, I wasn't surprised that this is an actual, like, jazz song by an actual jazz person. It might be too much easy listening right now. The smoothest of smooth jazz. Turns out that when they made Portal 2, they actually tested a whole bunch of different music for the smooth jazz gag. And it turns out that everybody thought smooth jazz was the funniest dang thing. I should have waited. Yeah, the lightning keeps getting me. That sounds bad. I keep getting surprised by lightning. I'm not presently being electrocuted. That would be unpleasant and make it very difficult to stream. Though I did joke on more than one a point that at some point I'll probably end up making it so chat hacks just like electrocutes my balls or something. Because that seemed to be where things were going in terms of the aggressiveness. To which someone replied with a video of, "Oh, my balls!" from Idiocracy, which I was unaware of. But it was definitely the correct response. There we go. No, the setup's just a little bit difficult to restart, but like it's at the very beginning of the level, so it doesn't really matter. I also tend to do like really weird things when playing hacks, sometimes due to moderation and in general, I want to do this thing, itiveness, which can be ill-advised. I think it was fine. I probably should try it. I probably should be duck jumping there. It's gonna take... Oh, no, it didn't. Goodbye. This is a very tight area. Okay. Yeah, I found the midway. Good enough. Okay, cool. I made it. Oh wait, I restored my bot, right? Just double checking here. Yes, I did. Okay. Briefly thought I might not have for some reason. I wonder if you could actually soft lock yourself in here. I suspect the answer is no, but it's one of those things you think about. Get this brick. Oh no! Well, there's no fixing that. No fixing it. It's a very relaxing track for what I'm doing. Yeah, I think you might, if you're going to give people power-ups, you probably should raise the ceiling tile by about 1 if you want to make this not feel so weird when you're big. Like, this is Kaizo, I'd say that's fine. But, like, it's weird on a standard. There we go. Okay. I see what I'm supposed to do, and I don't want to do it, because I didn't. I'm waiting for something evil to happen, but it didn't. Tend! That was good. You're back now? Nice. I like the idea of using blocks to remove the vines. Prickly Athletic. Thanks for GG. Besides our Jimmy Archipelago collection is a VTuber. Want to be an Archipelago VTuber guy? Yeah, fair. Videos explain how it works in games. That sounds cool. I hope that works out. I did notice you were streaming a bit. What am I getting hit by? Oh god! Alright. This level, not quite as complete as the last one. Forgot to get... Yeah. The rotodisc is not my problem here. It's not remembering to do the correct thing. I barely did that, alright. Don't know why this sounds like Turtles music to me. Pokey! Now it doesn't. Get rid of more of these. Been struck by whatever that is. But yeah, no, like, the way I usually find someone to raid is just look at who follows me and is streaming. I like that obstacle. That was cool. Okay. And I did happen to notice that there was some archipelago streaming happening. I can't believe I didn't land on that saw. Whew. That is a very fast saw. I wanted to see what was coming next. Look in the mirror, see what you saw. Saw it in half. The two halves make a whole. I forget where this was going. Oh god, no. Where I was going with this. Oh yeah, the two halves make a hole and you escape through the hole, obviously. Hey, a fish. It's the fish one. Nope. I mean, it's to be expected. It's a thematically Saw level. You know, I've never actually seen any of the Saw movies. I wonder if they're any good. Oh, I actually sent this to Fiskbit because it was really funny. There was a VTuber who was interviewing the head of the Human Centipede from the Human Centipede movie. And I was like, Fiskbit needs to see this. And I'm like, because it's a really strange and small world. Fiskbit oddly likes the Human Centipede for some reason. I've never seen it. It doesn't appeal to me the way it appeals to him. I also got to ruin his day by pointing out that there was a new Mega Man thing that was happening. He's like, oh! And then he unspoils and is like, oh, it's Fortnite. That was really funny. It literally ruined his day. I got getting stuck there. They are prickly, it's true. When you do a thing that becomes two identical copies of the thing. I must meditate upon this. The one thing I will say is I definitely do not feel that this is, like, I'm thinking about this. Stream Mega Man is Fortnite. Ah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, no, I saw that. I knew he needed to see it. I'm just like, that literally ruined my friend's day. I was so happy. Fork night. Yeah, I do that with my nephews. I call it fork knife and ask questions like, where's Hatsune Miku? Where's Family Guy? Oh god, that is so bright. Okay, that wasn't it. Well, I'm glad the lightning isn't hitting me. But it is so disconcerting to like see this. I don't think it's even raining. I keep forgetting that those things, once they start shaking, are no longer dangerous until they start falling. It's a very odd behavior when you think about it. But yeah, honestly, this has a lot more Kaizo spirit in it than standard spirit. It's not terribly difficult Kaizo. But that's simply what it is, it feels like. Video games have come a long way. Now, what I find funny is, like, Ready Player One was like, what, the movie was like 10 years ago? Somewhere in that vicinity? And that's literally what Fortnite has become in terms of, like, the orgy of licensing that movie is. Also, a movie way better than the book. Do not read the book, it sucks. Line of standard and Kaizo a lot. I mean, the way I think about Kaizo, and this is one of the arguments of sages are infinite, is there only one way to do it? And for a lot of these obstacles, there really is only one way to do them. Also a lack of power-ups. Oh, that's gonna help. It didn't. 40 lightning strikes in a 7-minute car ride? Dang, that's a lot. Still cool. Yeah, lightning is awesome. I mean, in terms of, like, aesthetics. I don't like it when it, you know, hits critical infrastructure or electrocutes people. No girls. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say about that. I listened to the audiobook, and I realized after 2 hours, literally nothing had happened. Quite literally, all they did was, like, talk about the 80s, and then the contest, which is about the 80s, and then go to school where they had a 80s off about 80s trivia, and just like, I'm like, when does anything happen? It took like another half hour for something to happen. Yeah, they also wisely left out the sex doll part in the book. That was not exactly fun aesthetically. I left that out in the movie. Like, Spielberg basically figured out that, like, the interesting part of this was, like, the cross-world part and got rid of all of the worse gamer... Oh, I don't know what to do there. Gamer nonsense. Yep, nope, that's... I said it, that's what there was. He purchases a sex doll. It happens in the book. Yeah, do not read the book. It's not good. Do not read Ready Player 2. It's worse. I was very unhappy with life when I read that. Not worth the read in the slightest. Do is make TikToks of Archipelago words and send that to the big Archipelago streamers. Problem is, you need to buy hand tracking, which you can only do so next month. Okay. Oh, tracking for your hands for VTubery stuff. Gotcha. I had to think for a moment what that meant. Want to point to stuff? I point to stuff all the time. It just doesn't help because no one can see me pointing. No, I actually have been thinking about, like, in terms of shaking it up streamer-wise. Costco is selling, like, Pokemon pinball machines that have the same rule set as Pokemon Pro for, like, $5,000. And that's not impossible. The problem is, I still don't love the rule set of Pokemon. If I could find another, like, decent quality Stern in the 5 to 6, I probably might just bite the bullet and do it. Like an older one, like Avengers or something. Okay. Oh, I didn't just go. Well, I went. Does at least one thing stops you from scalping Pokemon? You know, funny thing is that it hasn't. Someone on Reddit pointed out a Craigslist thing saying they would buy, you know, brand new Pokemon for $11,000. And quite literally, it's like a picture of Costco. And it's just that one of those things where, like, people are scalping something that just exists and is easy to acquire. Like when people were, people who resell Humble Bundle keys. Like that was a thing at one point. I have no idea when to go for this. That's one way. Okay, I'm safe. It comes back. Oh. I was so enamored with going over it. It's a fine machine. I just don't love it. It's a very fan layout. There's not a lot going on. Like, maybe the code changes will help. But, like, every time I play it, I'm like, I could be playing something better. Like, Jaws is right there. I could be playing Jaws. I like Jaws. Quite literally every place I've been at recently has both Jaws and Pokemon, so it's really easy. If I could get Jaws for, like, a decent amount, I would totally take it. Jaws is just so good. If people describe others as NPCs and scalpers we consider common grunts. I had a conversation with someone who was explaining how there was a person in their life who was an NPC, but then he had to stop a moment and be like, no, not like a negative sense, in like a literal sense. Because this person only shows up to give him quests. And then briefly after be like, thank you for completing my quest. And then he never sees her again until like long after. So yeah, legitimately funny conversation, that. I don't know why I did that. Never stop to wonder if Jaws is the name of the shark. The name of the shark is Bruce. Or at least the name of the mechanical shark is Bruce. There was a musical about how annoying it was to work with the mechanical shark. The name of that musical is also Bruce. I don't know if the shark has a name in the movie. I've never seen any of the movie. Everything I know about Jaws in terms of how the movie works, I've only ever seen from like Family Guy parodies, Simpsons parodies, and the Pinball Machine. So I legitimately have no idea what happens in the movie beyond they blow up a shark. Or at least try to. I had a really good game of Jaws the other day. I'm still talking about it. It's almost been a week and I'm still talking about it. Went to a pinball place in Pittsburgh when I was visiting my sister and her kids and my brother-in-law. and we went to this barcade, and it had Jaws. And as we were about to leave, the kiddos were getting restless. We played enough of whatever was there. I just want to burn off my last few tokens, because I use tokens here, because this is archaic for whatever reason. Archaic. And as I'm putting a buck into Jaws, this old dude comes up and is like, hey, can I join in? And I'm like, sure, I'll play a game with you. My expectations were very low, because I didn't know this guy. Turns out he's actually quite good. He claimed he'd gotten 7,000 or 700,000 on Jaws before, and having watched him play, I believe him. First ball, I get nothing. Basically just drop at 10 mil, which is nothing in Jaws. Like, you can get 10 mil off, like, one skill shot. If you do it right, which I didn't. I keep pausing here, and I don't think that is ever the right move. So there it was. Ah, okay. Second C3 stream you've seen today. Oh, there's another person doing one. That's cool. Who did it? And then he goes for his ball and just, like, does great. He starts doing stuff. He's getting modes. He's doing the right things. And he ends with, like, 150. I'm like, crap, I am hosed. But really on in that ball, early in ball 2, I noticed that I've got access to video mode. I'm like, I'm just going to do video mode and get my extra ball, and we'll see where we can go from there. And that worked perfectly. Like, I basically got, like, 2 extra balls and managed to get, like, all the way through it. A bunch of stuff. I got all the stuff I could have wanted. On one of the balls, I got, like, 3 different multi-balls. Not 3 of the same multi-ball. 3 different multi-balls. So, I got my bounty done. Like, I didn't complete the multi-ball part of that, but I got a lot of points for just completing the bounty. Oh! Caden did a screen share. Oh, that's cool. Scuff here. That's fine. I'm going to give it a few more tries, but I think my guess is that beyond the fish, there's maybe like 3 more jumps, and there's not much else, based upon the cadence of the level, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, the big problem there is the unpredictability. How long you spend waiting there determines how that obstacle is going to look. And that's not ideal. So you might want to put the fish like a tile or 2 further, or move that saw 1 back so you get better reproducibility. Just that'd be my suggestion. Okay. Yeah, called it by the cadence of the level. See, not so bad. Played Arinsu's hack and proceeded to die a grand total of 257 times. Oof. Alright, we did it. Yeah, I did. I did enjoy that. That was short and fun. Definitely straddled the line. That last section was definitely Kaizo. But it was still fun. I enjoyed it. Thank you for the GGs. Alright, let's get this set up so that we can keep on keeping on. Whoosh. And switch scene again. And unmute this. Even complete it, even though they got 5 of those. Oh, wow. Caden. Oh, Caden. I was thinking Katoon. I'm like, wow, Katoon failed that hard. That's saying something. That's different. Alright, so I did this one, and I did this one. That's not a good sign. I shouldn't refresh this page is what I'm seeing right now. No, it's fine. Okay, cool. To GatheringStorm, then Jamie threw this out, which I think is literally just MIXTAPE again. Yeah, we don't need MIXTAPE again. Alright, and then Stivi gave me some, but Stivi went to bed, so we're still going to play it. Art level for Mario Stellar Destiny. I don't know what that is. Hi. Stivi doesn't have much to show here, but here's a level for his hack in Mario Stellar Destiny that I've been working on. Oh, for the hack. Mario Stellar Destiny I've been working on featuring ants, ants, and ants. Alright. I'm game. People who can't watch videos, I got you covered with a giant GIF. Let's watch a video instead. Prison played. It had horrible cheese and tons of cutoff. Well, you've made progress. So I can see the 32 by 32 patch. That's pretty obvious here. This is snap. Oh, wow. No, this must be using like the DSS system or something. Like the real fancy spray stuff. There's a lot of animation going on here. This is cool. Yeah, those coins have a lot of frames of animation. That heart has a decent number of frames of animation. In fact, videos are widely viral because it's awesome. Let's see. The heart doesn't animate every frame. It animates every other frame. That's probably why this works. That's probably the trick, is that a lot of the animations run 30 frames a second. Gives you more time to sort of double buffer the frame you need. Interesting. Is that true for coins? Yeah. Nope, they animate every other frame. Custom made? I would assume so. I don't know too much about this. We could probably have read more about it, but I decided to watch it instead. Now let's embiggen this. Embiggen! I'd assume the ants are custom made. I can't speak for it. Like, I don't know that much. I know Stivi's got chops. That's something I know for true. So it would not surprise me. Like, didn't Stivi make the... I'm pretty sure Stivi made... Oh, wow. More lightning to get me distracted. Like, 80% sure Stivi made the I Want to Be the Guy hack. And that had a lot of cool stuff going on. Oh, hello. Oh, that's it. Crap, I have to deal with the raid. We're gonna pause for 1 second to make this work. Hello, Pokey. There we go. Hawaluta and 10 friends just raided this message box. Thank you, Hawaluta, for the raid. Now let me get off the screen. No, I'm stuck. But thank you for the raid. We're just looking at Stivi's really cool hack level with ants. Gonna pee and grab a drink and be back. Alright. Spin chip animation. Yeah. What's up, Abe Lincoln? Let me just do an SO. Wonder what Kwai was up to. Oh, man. Yeah, there's a lot going on here in terms of just extra animation that seems tricky to pull off. I'd be shocked if this isn't SA1, just in terms of compute time. But the biggest problem with doing this sort of animations is that the VRAM on the SNES is severely constrained. You just don't have that much space. You have to include all your tiles and all your name tables, which is the ways to describe where all of the tiles on the screen are going to be, as well as all your sprite tiles in the same RAM space. Color RAM and what's called the OAM, which defines where sprites are treated separately. Actually, there was a trick that we just saw there. Something interesting happened there. Okay, watch. He runs across these. Go back. Let's see if we can actually spy it, because he's playing a trick here, which is cute. It's a common trick, but it looks really good when it's done well. Let's see. He runs across all these. You see that line? That line right there. I'm pointing at the screen. Of course you can't see. Here, this line. So that's caused by sprites per scanline something. I don't think that's blanking. No, I think this is sprites per scanline nonsense. So they used to be upgraded to sprites as you walk across them. Before they exist as something else. And then as you get close, they become sprites. So, because you can only have so many sprites per scanline. I don't know what the actual number is, but you can only have so many of them per scanline. And that's what causes those lines to show up, is when you do not have enough sprite left over for it to draw more sprites. But it's a classic trick. It's a thing that honestly, it's used everywhere. Upgrading your background tiles into sprite tiles at runtime. And basically, like, even Mario 1 does this with question mark boxes. So, like, when they bounce up, the background tile is kind of swapped out for a sprite tile. The sprite tile moves up a little bit and moves down a little bit. See, there it goes again. Those are all, that's sprites per scanline right there, 100%. Like, that one was way more obvious. And the best way to alleviate that is just by not letting it happen. Like, you just design it such that you can't have this many sprites in a row. Because, like, you could see that was aggressively degrading. I should have used the back and forth by frames, but... Yeah, like this, that is sprites per scanline. It's just running out. It could also be running out of sprites, period, depending upon how this is allocated. But that is probably sprites per scanline issues. Because you could draw really big sprites, and that does save you some headache. Next part is still a work in progress. I'll only show a bit. Oh, that still looks cool. Probably, here's my guess. The ant itself is a background. The hands are definitely sprites. Well, they're probably sprites. If you wanted to use a different mode, you could do something with that, but they're probably sprites given the budget there. Remake of this level. I have to say, the new one looks a lot better. Ant. I like the ant signs. Losing the ant signs was a mistake. Other than that, it does look like a pure upgrade. Mushrooms are always sprites, never blocks. Very possibly. That would explain a lot of things. How you doing, Mika? Welcome back, Hawaluta. How was the stream? What were you up to? Hope it was fun. We're just reviewing C3 stuff and occasionally being jump scared by lightning. For a very mild form of jump scare. Always sprites. Huh. Yeah, if they went and upgraded, if they were always, well, but they weren't running into the sprites for scanline issue. Maybe they start out of sprites at a certain size and then downgrade to a different cluster of sprites? I don't know. Jump house, the holy exit, nether stations? Oh my. That's pretty cool. Alright, we've already, I don't think that's part of this. Pink puffball mushrooms that jump, small ants and big ants, evil noom piranha plants, replacing the vanilla ones, even more climbing platforming. Ants climb and hang from walls. Didn't know they could do that. And they explode when you step on them. Took inspiration from Metal Slug. People love Metal Slug explosions. Yeah, we're not looking at these gigantic things, but this is really cool. I'm looking forward to that. Saw this video on YouTube. Put in your watch for later. Didn't realize it was new Stivi. Yep, new Stivi. So, very cool stuff. I check out Pointless's thing. Unmute this. Introducing Endless Mode. Oh, we already saw this. Yep, Hawaluta asked for it, and then New Pointless asked for it. So we're doing good on that front. Speaking of being tired, let me flag that. Those done. And then we'll look at what Daizo brought in. Push a new version of the demo changes. Oh, nice. No problem. Will I play it once released? Which one? The Endless? Yeah, I'll probably give it a shot. Or Stevie's thing? Absolutely. That looks cool. I don't know. Who knows what happens with the future? The Ant one? Oh, yeah. If and when it comes out, I'll have to turn off most of my tooling, I suspect, but it'll be cool. I brought some nice tune for you. Okay, so we have some music from... Oh, that was nice of it. Some music from Daizo. Do not get up to much pointy shenanigans. Have a few. This is one from Star Fox. I never actually... Oh, Star Fox Adventures. I've never played Star Fox Adventures. Kind of want to, but also kind of don't. That's how it works. This is 4 minutes and I'm not feeling it. Sorry, Daizo. So, funny fact about Mario Odyssey. I was playing with my little nephew, and he was having a good time. He was being the hat. He'd occasionally demand to be Mario, and then I tried to explain to how you walk in a direction and it just doesn't take. He's only 3. Going to turn 4 soon, but he's only 3, so yeah, whatever. But the only part of the game he got scared about was the Bowser fight, and it was because of his hat with boxing gloves. He really didn't like the hat with boxing gloves. So, we got past that part pretty quick, and everything was fine. We ended up, crash landing in the purple mire area, but he just did not like Bowser with the punching glove hat. Dangest thing. Alright, well, Anna's Treasure Trove. It's interesting compositing battle tracks. So let's see about this. Or composing. Very chill. Can do more than boss battles. This wasn't mad. Very different type of track to compose. Supposed to be playful, but a boss battle. Huh. He could, but it was just strange. That was the one thing that really bugged him. He's a very weird kid. I've heard this already. I beat SMW challenges too, almost entirely. There was one thing I did not beat all the way. I cheated my way through. But I beat everything else. That last boss is a pain. You have to be hyper aggro on that. Let's see. I listened to this a fair bit too. Yep. it's music. I parted these two for Star Fox and Waiting. Yeah, nope, that's nice. Some good ports by Daizo. Alright, let's move along. Baby Kaizo 3. Oh, I didn't realize there was a second one. Final entry in the series. People always only ever do 3 things. I want to see someone end on 2. Or restart on 5, a la Leisure Suit Larry. It's something more people should do. It's funnier that way. Harder than the previous 2 hacks, but short with challenging sections that focus on consistency and clean movement. Expect tighter setups, fast reactions, and a difficulty step up overall. Despite the challenge, the main goal is to keep it still fun and satisfying to learn. Those are screenshots. A little teaser. Do we have a... Oh, it's not out yet. So, alright, well, I guess we'll look at the teaser then. Turn that off again. YouTube, please. Pressing listen to watch on YouTube really should, like, stop the video from playing? Oh, it's only 14 seconds. No! There we go. You've seen what lies ahead. But you haven't seen everything. Find out September 6th. Jaws 17. 1 hour of soft blue-white screen in 4K. No thank you. He got a view off that. Because YouTube changed how they count views. Also, hi Max. I forgot to say hi. Be curious about the rest for the eyes. That would probably be cool. I wouldn't mind playing by Baby Kaizo World. That is cool to me. Open link in new tab. Alright, what do we got? I finished a hack lol. Ah, Arinsu's hack. This is a girl's special treat. With a logo that I can barely read. I like the heart over the eyes. That's pretty classic. Classic school days. First solo hack. Been registered for 15 years. Inside a girl's special treat, you will find 9 stages inspired by 18 different Super Mario World levels, taking their basic ideas and molded to create a fresh experience. While a couple of these are traditionally designed, and unlike what the contest encouraged, I feel like there was a line here about how this was... Okay, yeah, I see what happened here. This was originally higher up. Let's unmute the music. Deviated a bit from what would be a level that fits the base game for the most part. And unlike what the contest encouraged. Hack is simply harder than Vanilla Special World. It has no retry system outside the final boss. Most of the SM is beta basic, because it's enemies which visualize that work well in a Nintendo game. There might be some hidden in each stage. Ooh. Small collection of 9 levels inspired by the game of 48-hour SMW number 16. That was the one where all of the levels in the judging packet were named after horror movies, because Idol is a Quackenbush. And you combine 2 vanilla levels into a new stage, contest, which this is Idol. I don't know why Idol changed her name to this, but that's Idol. Was very adamant about getting off the ground, which served as her swan song before departing staff and the internet. This is her final contribution for 10 years to celebrate. She came out with a gimmick, felt indebted. First thing you want to stay on staff, first in, then being site, good enough for your turn. Hack is dedicated to her, the Queen of Mice. I didn't know that was her title. Alright, well, let's look at Overworld Showcase. We can look at the Overworld from the hack, I guess. Alright, let's just do that. Let's do the hack. Never say the phrase again. What, Quackenbush? Ah, wait, hold up. Does that URL do what I think it does? That does. Good. It should work. I mean, honestly, it was just a pain in the butt to organize. Dealing with these weird strings. And it didn't load. Of course it didn't load. Why didn't it load? Probably... Oh, I know why. Because that's a short link to this, which... I don't use short links for this. There we go. It is SA1. Cool. Let me do a little bit of bookkeeping. Um, 14, is this one? I'm bad at keeping track of the things I've seen. Just the nature of it. Yes. Okay, good. The bookkeeping is done. Now mute this so we don't get double music. And then change over... Aries. A Girl's Special Treat by Arinsu with awesome SMB Mario RPG music. I love the battle music from Mario RPG. It's just fantastic. A collection of 9 levels was telepathically communicated to Arinsu by Shiggy himself via their own dreams. Enjoy. Music note. Alright, Pistachio Prairie. Wonder what level this is supposed to be. I did play through all of the contests that this is inspired by, which was okay. Not my favorite of contests of all the time. 1, because of the irritating level notation. And 2, honestly, some people just took it too literally. They're like, this is these 2 levels mashed together. And I'm like, yep, nope, I sure am playing Donut Plains 4 combined with the castle. I died horribly. What is that even? Jesus. So, other people took it a little more speculatively and did some ASM stuff, like, because it was a very open contest in terms of what you could do to that ROM itself. Like, you didn't have an OLDC requirement or a VLDC requirement, but most people just went for, like, the standard feeling to it. So probably a little bit of a missed opportunity. I was above solid ground the whole time. I like the little thwomps. It only fallen off. Just push the update. Nice. Hope it helps with the fish obstacle, because then it'll definitely be much more consistent. Yeah, no problem. It is what we are here for, people who moderate hacks. We're here to make your hack better, if we can. Added some spacing, nice. But yeah, that was the problem is like you couldn't like memorize what was going on because of how the scrolling worked. So I just had to come up with a new plan every time. Some people like that kind of thing, but that's not generally what people are aiming for in standard or lighter Kaizo fare. I don't know why I went with that jump, especially because that's going to be challenging in a second. I'm still not sure what the 2 levels were merged together to make this. Great platform cheese at the start of the Fuzzy Valley and made the ceiling higher. Oh, okay. I'd be curious to see how that worked. So everything I didn't like. I appreciate that. I'm not the final arbiter in taste of things, but I do know how to fix a problem or 2. Okay. Just need to focus. Better than that. Do not jump into the thwimp that has a very easy pattern to notice. Look, up. We did it. Not sure what we did yet. Ah, I think I know the level now. This smells of Morton's Castle. I know a Morton's Castle when I see one. It's not a bad smell. Oh, wait, they don't. I thought they'd go left. Your stone dust, yeah. Don't see people playing your hack. It helps a lot with feedback. And just text, yeah. No, I like playing hacks. I like especially playing hacks. A lot of people are not going to see. There's just been so many these days. It's hard for people to catch up, and then there's definitely a gigantic bias towards Kaizo on Twitch. Understandable bias. You can only go through so many standard things so often. It is definitely a problem where, like, I definitely do not remember all of the standard things I've done. There's an awful lot of, yeah, I think I played that. Probably gonna need more lives soon. There we go. Perfect. I have 44 lives. I'm not sure why it's 44. We don't die as much as Caden did. I don't actually know how good of a player Caden is. Everything I know about Caden, I learned from Caden Where's Your Head At? Donuts hack. Which is to say I learned next to nothing. Hex stuff? No, it doesn't actually use hex for that. That one in particular gets lowered properly to normal integers. Like, it knows how to convert it properly, because that particular command is used for nothing but lives. Played some stuff? Nice. That's true, actually. Howluta was playing some Jump, the original. And Howluta is familiar with mice, which this has some tribute to. That is to say, sticking them in one's head and getting them out again with a hammer. Boink. My instincts say there's going to be something here. My instincts say not that way. Aren't they instantly jank with layer 2? Probably at least somewhat jank with layer 2, but I can't really speak to it. One more cycle. It's really hard to see where I'm going. I don't like downward levels in Mario World very much, because frequently it's an exercise in not being able to see where you're going. Oh yeah, I thought you were talking to me for a second. I was very confused. Careful. Now, do you need some rubber gloves, son? Oh. See, this is one of those problems. If you're going to make a vertical level like this and you're going to include ASM, include some ASM that scrolls the camera down further. So kind of see the game over screen, the codfish jokingly stole one of Caden's organs every time he came over. GatheringStorm definitely did. I have not yet. I have not finished my project to any level of happiness. I wrote some JavaScript and reminded me why I don't like writing JavaScript. But I remain cautiously optimistic that I will have something that does a thing. Something that does a thing before the end of C3, which is to say tomorrow. I've been sick all week. That's been my excuse. So, and I've severely scoped back what I want to do, which should make it much more feasible to do. Gotta touch grass and go to sleep. All right, well, sleep well. Enjoy the grass touching. Hopefully it's very nice grass to touch and not like crabgrass or something. Actually, I don't actually have any compulsion against crabgrass. I think it's probably fine too. 68 kidneys were harvested. That's a lot of kidneys. One of the first puzzle day things I ever did was an inter-puzzle day where the theme was urban myths and legends. And our goal was to retrieve the Dean's kidneys because they were stolen from him. And the way it worked was when you solved the meta puzzle, you were told to go to a specific cafeteria where there were a bunch of Costco-sized cans of kidney beans sitting in the middle of the salad bar. Well, the first people got Costco-sized ones, but the rest of us just ended up with normal-sized ones. But, you know, that's still a lot of kidney beans. This is a trap somehow, isn't it? But I have no way of avoiding it. Or do I? It's not a trap? Oh. Thank you for telling me that. I would have overthought that for a little bit. Mostly dirt, gotta admit, that's true enough. Turf grass, little rubber bits. Yeah, I don't like the cancer part, I can say that much. Oh yeah, Morton's Castle, I was right about that part at least. We'll do one more. And then we'll jump to the next things on the list. It's already 12:30, I've been at it for 3 hours, so. To be fair, an hour of which was me reading friggin' fan fiction. Oh, this is cool! Making these things into number platforms? That is a boss idea. Also, this track is awesome. It reminds me of a different track that I know it's gotta be like a demo scene track, but I only remember it from, and this speaks poorly to my character, I'm not gonna lie, from 4chan's Flashboard, where it was under the title Obama's Planned Future. And it featured a rainbow background and a black man enjoying fried chicken. To be fair, he was enjoying that fried chicken quite a lot. It was part of our old KFC commercial. And it used a similar sounding backing track to this. That's what those are. I still think it's a pretty good flash file for what it is, though. All I'm saying. I could actually pull that up since I'm set up for it, maybe. I remember the exact title, but then again, visiting SWF Chan is just not a good idea. That website is so sketchy. Very sketchy. Focaccia, nice. Have something special involving your hack? Oh, cool. Oh, no. I don't think did I look at your hack already? I looked at some request you had, but I don't remember if it was your hack. I may still have things in the queue. Feel free to put more things in the queue. I think it's like 2 things after this, and I think one of them is Max being a troll. So, there's room for improvement. I may have made a mistake there by waiting on those moles. Alright, you know what? We're just going to camp over here with this cool mole. I'll let it rise for like 2 hours and then press a crumb. Hey! It's Mona! What's up, Groovy Gadget? How you doing? I had to think for a second about which character this was. I ain't seen Mona in a hot minute. Mona, the monkey woman. I was so close. This is one of those Japanese ASCII cats, who was also in a lot of Flash animations. Oh god, that ceiling. It's like a female moon. I think it actually might also be male. I don't really know. Honestly, my ASCII cat lore is pretty weak. And there were a lot of them on like Tucha. So, good playing a hack. Nice. Oh yeah. Oh, it's in the hex. Okay, that explains everything. I guess you're only supposed to have like 10 lives at a time. Yeah, I don't think I saw your hack. I think I saw a request of yours, but I think you're requesting something I already saw. 14? Oh, this was your request. This is the only request you have in the queue. Is this one I'm playing right now. So throw your hack into the queue. Let me see it. Maybe I'll have to go find... Oh, those kill you. Yeah, there's only 2 other things in the queue, and one of them is Max, and I do not expect that will take that long for some reason. Brave jump. Not brave enough. It does fit the hack, though. ASCII cats. No, I'm racking my brain, actually. I don't remember what mine is from. Let's think of a different ASCII cat. She, but that's not the right one in this case. I was gonna say, honestly, the T-interlacer in this TV makes this character look more horrific than it should. It turns the smile into a bit of a Glasgow smile. I keep falling off. Which, looking over at OBS, it is not doing, which is nice. Here's a couple more tries. Yeah, one of the things I want to do this week is get the SGQ thing done, because I'm already like a month and a half off on that. And I've just been lazy and sick. Get that done this week. There's not very many things that are sitting important in my queue. It was very much a, like, doing the VLDC stuff was like, this is something I can easily do even though I'm not feeling great. Because I can level LDC all day while not feeling amazing, stream-wise. Little secret to go in up the blue pipe there. Oh, I thought it looked suspicious. Alright, we'll try it, and if not, we'll cheat our way in. Because I'm mildly curious. How do you do that? Alright, I want to cheat my way into the pipes, as you've said it. Admin only is water level. We have the power. We don't have the power. Try again. There we go. We totally have the power. There we go. Samantha! Familiar with this admin? Or this... Samantha an admin? I'm familiar with this hacker. Samantha. Ah. I wasn't ready for that. No, I appreciate those classic portrait rooms. I've even been in one or two. I have one in the Quickie World one, which everyone was in, the one Valdio did for charity. And I'm also in like one of Donut's hacks. I'm not in very many. But it always feels good to see yourself in the credits. Oh, I did it! I made it! I was very much just a little tip there. Oh, these things are... Darn it. Okay. I keep moving the TV and it's making things worse. Okay. Onto this one, onto this one. It disappeared earlier. Was the cat watermelon? Yep. There's no actual pictures of me in that circuit, as far as I know. People have seen what I look like. It's not like it's actually a secret. Howluta definitely could pick me out of a crowd. But I like to be relatively anonymous. Okay, and then hit him up, there we go. Oh, I've always been a coward. Do I need, that's a 2, I could just stand on that. Funny if someone made portraits of lookalikes streamers. That would be funny, actually. That would actually be legitimately funny. Or like, so there's a Taskmaster task, which is bring in an object that looks like you. It would be funny to find objects that look like popular streamers. Oh, that was lovely. Dude, it went away. I wasn't... Oh, the scroll. What kind of scrolling was that? Do have a portrait of mine if you had one. Fair. Here's a picture of Pat being very excited about Kaizo. Oh, that is true. That picture is great. It has such a range of expressions of various people whose names I know of. Now, the coward thing is a silly bit. So back in the old days of the internet, there was a website for tech news called Slashdot. And like, it was the place on the internet to read tech news. And you could post anonymously, but it would call you Anonymous Coward. That was it. And so Anonymous Cowherd is a tribute to that concept. You know, you definitely look like you don't care at all. You definitely don't. I look like I'm mildly mad about something. I might have also been mildly mad about something, for all I know. I don't really remember. I'm dead. What's up, Matt? Alright, I think I'm going to give this 5 more minutes at the most. This looks like the least interesting looking one. I would have to look at all of them to know what that is, so I guess I already have. I'm trying to think what the least interesting looking one would be. It'd probably be like the About section on SMW Central. There's some API documentation, we could look at that. I mean, I'm just gonna ignore your request because I know it's a troll request, so, Oh man, I'm thirsty. It's half troll. I'd have to come up with the criteria of what interesting means in this case, and I'm not going to. Not interested. And honestly, like, the problem with C3 threads is, like, what is an interesting C3 thread? It's a hard question to answer. Having a hack helps. There we go. And then don't stand in the middle. Do be prepared for it to go the other direction. What if I want to be on the cloud? Like, this is a hard one to do, just I don't know what to do there. There's a fork in the road. It's hard for me to read what to do there when I can't see it. Oh, well, that worked. Okay. You need sleep. Oh, that goes up. Right. It's your mom's birthday, to be arrested with the party. Oh, nice. Well, happy birthday to your mom. Got one of my little nephew's birthdays coming up soon. I need to go get a couple gifts. I'm getting him some books. He's getting a copy of The Monster at the end of this book. Good luck. C3-4ing. I see what you did there. I feel like it should have worked better. And the music goes. It's Rosalina time. Fair enough. Not for very long, though. I said 5 more minutes. I stand by it. Probably doesn't help when I keep dying like that. Drink some water, maybe that'll help. Also, the bat ceiling is probably going to mess up if I don't immediately go. I actually don't know how the bat ceiling works. It's a weird object you don't see very much of. Right. And then jump, jump. There we go. Probably. Ah, darn it. Almost had it. Passing with Sims boosted? I don't believe it does. But I don't know. Which is why I said I don't know. So I don't know. That's how it works. It gets me in the face. My suspicion, based upon how the rest of the cadence of this level world game is that the exit is like right there. I've just been missing it by inches. But it's hard to know. Alright, you know what? Just for my edification, we're going to use a cheeky trick here. And take a look at what I'm actually supposed to do, because I'm tired of not having any good idea of what I'm supposed to do. Has it got this pipe? No. Alright, so if I got here, then that definitely doesn't help, but it would put me up here for that. Yep, I'm a cheetah. It looks like... And then there's a lot more, never mind. And then you fall down a lot. This level is very swingy. Minus 20 gamer cred? Oh, I'm fine with that. I said I was already going to give up right about now anyway. It's not even this pipe. No, this level's long. Yep, nope, that's it. Just with how hard it is to read and how fast it's going. And, oh god, there's more. Never mind, that's the end of the level. Okay, so I was going to give up at this point anyway. I can live with myself. I don't have to complete this. I thought it was going to be shorter. I was wrong. Secret Valley, yeah, that scans. This level ended up being the hardest, as she was making. That makes sense. This is found the second trickiest level. Yeah, I buy that. It's just hard to read because of the speed at which it goes and the directionality of how things are happening. So, like, you basically can only either succeed by reading quickly and correctly, or you keep dying and learning. I got that first section down pretty well, but after that, not so much. Anyway, let's move back over here. Unmute. And let's see what Called by the Goon wanted me to look at. Journey to Kaizo. Collab hack, it's finally here. By Chrono486. Hello everyone, today is the day Journey to Kaizo will be available for everybody. After 3 appearances in the form of teasers and works in progress in past C3s, it's finally here! When? Next year! The following words are aligned with this last C3 post in case some of you may have missed or them are just started Kaizo. Why are they aligned? After Bavaria Brothers came out, an idea for a new Kaizo collaboration hack popped into their heads. At first, it was just supposed to be a small German project. Okay, that's what I'm missing here. Soon it expanded, and we decided to open up internationally. In the end, a bunch of really talented creators from all over the world joined in, and together the project grew into something much more exciting. Hack is a mix of vanilla setups, some chocolate mechanics in terms of difficulty. It's mostly aimed at Kaizo intermediate players around Quickie World 2 level. Not sure I agree with that, the strict description of Kaizo intermediate and that, but whatever. We also made sure there's enough for experienced Kaizo players to play. There's also a touching story going on. The main character is Reimu, a little girl from the Toho universe. Reimu has like a job. She's like a woman. I'm pretty sure she's grown up in the Toho universe. Now grown up and ready for adventure. Fair enough. She sets off to find her father, who she believes may be somewhere in the Mushroom Kingdom, help her survive this odyssey unscathed to guide her to her destination. Hack features 38 creative and sometimes a bit more challenging levels, linear regions without secret exits, a touching story with a surprise ending. It's me, Dio. A free choice between instant power-up and vanilla power-up. Well, that's interesting. Fully featured tutorial level, practice playground, hidden creator portrait rooms in each creator level. Cool. Sometimes tricky, but optional moon challenge at the end of each creator level. At each? Wow. Clearable checkpoints, L and R, a bunch of individual ASM coding, autosave, tons of goon faces. Lovely. Several Easter eggs, cutscenes drawn by Anna Lovely. Oh, I like the ears. I was hoping to see more art and less German. I'm actually kind of surprised. I don't know what these words are. Info. Enfant? No. Prissy? One of these has to be like, okay, yeah, these are cute. Like, I was thinking there'd be a portfolio somewhere, but I guess not. Shrine Maiden? Yes. Start or home? Prices. That's what that means. 31 Germans on Discord, social media network. I'm just surprised there's not like more pictures. Like a big old portfolio here. Maybe infos? Alright, well, whatever. She drew this stuff. Seems cute. A lot of music ported by Aaron, Mario Land 2 inspired, something open overworld by Devageur. They retro achievements, wow. 32 creators assembled as Team J2K proudly present this. The hack is available on speedrun.com. Retro achievements will be available soon. Have fun checking out the Passion Project. Yeah, fair enough. Wonder what Team 2K is. There are these people. Also wonderful testers. Can you copy paste that link in chat? The one for the ladies' website? Probably. There you go. Copy. Note the hack. Oh. I could just give you a copy of the thread. That would have also worked, I guess. Sure, why not? There you go. Alright. That's a lot of people whose names I recognize. Nadoodle, Aron, Late Lines, Nobody, Sephoros, Sweet Dude, Man Gravy, Shadowbox of Sandshrew. Yeah, a lot of heavy hitters here. BD tested it, that's a good sign. Katoon tested it, that's a good sign. Alright, well, we're going to give this a quick shot. I don't know how long we'll stick it with it, but we'll try it. There I am, Gary. That's a YouTube link. Okay, so this doesn't exist? Real link here, thank you. Well, that was disappointing for half a second. Some people just can't resist the gag. Alright. Oh, whoops, no double music. Let's switch on over. Team J2K presents cool intro, at least. Journey to Kaizo, starring Reimu. Reimu is empty. Oh, I did instant. That's probably fine. Oh, no, I didn't want to skip that. That's plot. No, we're not skipping that. Also, I didn't get to hear the jingle at the beginning. So there's that too. Alright. Oh, you can't skip this part. Okay. Empty. Instant. I want instant, not vanilla. This is the story of Reimu, a little girl from the Toho universe. Get him. Now grown. Oh, we already read this. And ready for adventure, she sets out on a journey to find her father, whom she believed might be somewhere in the Mushroom Kingdom. No Rosa, because of Reimu, have ads. Yeah, thank you for that. Help Reimu survive this odyssey unscathed and guide her to her destination. Okay. I should have skipped that. I do like how she's laying down. It's cute. Alright. Who are you? A little while ago, two other people who look just like you walked by. I think they went to the net practice playground west of the castle. You should run after them. Did you know you can open the castle gate once you've found 6 golden coins? I've heard there's supposed to be 1 coin that's in like every region, and even though you might think the forest is the easiest option, you should check the beach first, huh? Just like the even bottom line? Where? Oh. No more than that amount of ads? I'll take that. You should talk to these toads, and you can do that by holding them. Yeah. This hack features a semi-open overworld. You can switch between zones anytime. Each zone is linear and contains no secret exits. Pressing L or R clears checkpoint level you're currently staying on. You go sleep? Alright, sleep well, Matt. Texas crawling between the 2 hills. Ah. Hey, Shorty, what's up? You looking for daddy? Sheesh. You gonna find one. Hope you're gonna find one. Them dudes be rare these days. Most went out for milk. Damn, I'm thirsty. I'm gonna go out too. He should have a mustache. Level info. Each creator level contains a portrait from the dedicated to the creator themselves, and towards the end of these levels, a moon challenge awaits. This is all stuff I read in the press release. Way high and she rises, way high and up she rises, way high and up she rises, early in the morning. What we'll do with the drunken sailor, what we'll do with the drunken sailor. My nephew thought a drunken sailor was a type of boat, which I think is funny. Alright, I said we should check out the beach. Going to the beach. It's the beach episode. Where's the beach? I feel like the beach shouldn't be this hard to find. Good luck, have fun, don't die too much. I'll try. Pahana Beach by Naydoodle. It is! Pahana Beach by Naydoodle. I like the intro scene. Yeah, Dev Azure made the overworld, which is always a good sign. Oh, I love this song. Door into Summer. I know it's overused, but I still love it. Something about just how crap Knuckles Chaotix is outside of this one song. It's just not a very good game. But dang if there aren't some bangers in that soundtrack. Alright, I see what I need to do there, and it's not what I'm doing. Okay. Wasn't quite what I needed to do. Usually how it goes. Bangers in the soundtrack, but being an otherwise mediocre game. I would say it's not always the case. I did not think that through. Shout out to... that's a long story there. Oh, you saw Glitch Cat playing that? Okay, cool. Doesn't surprise me. You might even have it already held for moderation. Why do I keep thinking I can do that already? But yeah, Knuckles Chaotix is just weird in form. Always when a bad game has a good soundtrack. There's always when a good game, but people don't think it's good, have a good soundtrack. I will stand forever on the leg of Pictionary is legitimately a good game for the NES. Like, it's actually good, it's actually fun, and it's got a banging soundtrack. I mean, Tim Follin basically was like, it's Pictionary, I can just do whatever I want, no one's gonna stop me. So, you never saw my... Oh, you didn't? No. I made a Brown Tower play through it. Him and Anon saw it, which was funny. Nope. I need to send Kevin, Proto Pizza, a copy of it, because I told him I would. The problem is, like, it'd be cool to release it, but, like, I don't feel I have it remotely enough, I need to find all the people who made the pictures and, like, ask them for credit, or at least ask the person who made the Pictionary bot thing for permission first. Because I think they would appreciate seeing it in Pictionary, and I'd love to, like, make a version strictly for GDQ. But I need to, like, find people who want to work in the medium of Pictionary and make those things. And work with them. Because, like, it's not an easy medium to work in. You basically have predefined, like, line shapes. And you draw on those predefined line shapes. That was fun. We had a lot of trouble identifying the assorted different egg bugs. There were, like, 10 of them. There was one, like, a few we couldn't figure out. There was one that was like a corrupted-looking egg bug, but we couldn't come up with a particularly correct adjective for corrupted, because it wasn't corrupted, or glitched. Like, we tried a good number. To be fair, Brown Tower, not the fastest typer of Pictionary stuff, but also, like, Jesus, Pictionary. Made it sound like a small project. Well, it was, because I basically took everything from existing sources. It actually was, in many ways, a small project for me. The thing is that, like, I'm standing on the shoulders of giants. Someone else made the bot. Someone else made the thing that makes it so they could make easy pictures for that bot, for our co-host. Which was a weird social media experience. There has to be something like that. Social media thing for basically gay technologists and furries who are gay technologists, which is kind of redundant, but let's be honest with ourselves. Naydoodle secretly hates sticky ceiling, loves bread with hummus. Bouldering rules. Looks like a boulderer to me. Not a boulder, a boulderer. But yeah, like, it took all of an afternoon or two to make something that kind of worked, and then I spent some time fiddling with the opening screen. Because, like, I had the code to dump out all of the pictures and all of the all of the text. Because not D to the fourth. Sorry, not D to the fourth. A hacker formerly known as Foon, whose name is now something Alice something, but I don't remember what that name is. Did it. Oh, it's a volleyball! Yes! Yeah, but we know who she is. She isn't UN Owen. These look really fun. We're going to try one from a different area, but not for too long, because I don't want to be at this for too long. Let's try... What's the weirdest zone? Rocky zone? Lava zone. We're going to go to lava zone. We're not going to successfully beat it, but we'll play one level quick. Skullcap's Cavern. Now this is Quickie World 2. Might even be pod racing. Let's try this, but smarter. Okay, I need a shell or something. Oh. I found the or something. Doo-doo. I know this game. I don't like it. But I did it correctly, apparently, because I didn't even aim for the coins. How long it... There it goes. That was easier. That level was way easier. Where's this go? Oh, this must be the portrait room. Sparky C. Newly retired ROM hacker. Streams occasionally. Manchester United. Kaizo aficionado. Today I learned about Sparky. I'm not sure what my plan there was. That was easy. There we go. Alice Averlong, that's the name of the hacker I'm thinking of. I feel confident. Huh, I'm actually better at Kaizo than I think sometimes. I did not expect to get 2 exits really quick. Yeah, you should go to the beach first. Uh-huh. Perfect. Right as the ads ran out. Yeah, that's really cute. I could see myself coming back and actually playing through this, I think. Like, nice kind of, like, I don't know if they're all going to be nice and short, but that's definitely, this seems like a hack that's within my abilities. I may have to come back to this one. Alright, I like the Yoshi taking a bath, too. That's really cute. Thanks to the GG twice. Yeah, as much as I like having more things to do, I do need to keep moving. 'Tis the nature of it. We're getting close to 1 a.m., and I cannot afford to wreck my sleep schedule too much until I'm back on the West Coast, in which case I can afford to wreck it as much as I want. Why can't I find any surface to pull on this thing? Another week or two. All right. Oh, whoops. 16. There we go. What? All right. Max wanted me to look at this. It's a comment. Please don't be a goatsy or something. Okay. Yeah, nope, that's... Sure. SMW Central. Cool. It's the nature of C3 itself. Thank you very much, Max, for making me look at this again. I still love this picture. It's so great. It's really the Apple bonsai bill that does it for me. The pencil I could take or leave, but the Apple bonsai bill is brilliant. Magnifique. All right. Humberto's thing. All right. Here we go. Super Moldio Brothers. Doesn't want to load. Well, this is awkward. Did I get myself, like, banned or something? What is happening? Will this load in Chrome? Yeah, it looks fine. What the heck? Alright, that was weird. Thank you, Firefox, for being weird. Super Moldio Brothers C3 Summer 2026 demo. Moldio Brothers, that sure is moldy. Oh, I don't like this sprite at all. Sprout Bill, the princess was kidnapped? That doesn't seem ideal. Hey, Moldio! Think that the warped tree's got some pesky bugs in it. Can you take care of it for me? This looks like a standard hack. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. One day, terror strikes the Kayui Kingdom, located in the heart of the Kayui Forest. The Mad King... Sorry, I have to fix this. The Mad King Cochlea or Cloaca, kidnapped Princess Moldstool, and everyone's not too thrilled about it. Moldio steps up and decides to become a hero for the kingdom, venturing and leaving his forest behind. First home to explore the world beyond it, en route to saving the princess. Very first C3 thread, first time you're releasing something that's playable that wasn't part of an LDC. Oh, nice! Very early demo, 5 exits spanning 1 world. World's a calm beginning. Context for this meme keeps scrolling. I'm going to keep scrolling. I'm going to read first. Calm beginning, multifaceted adventures. Letter world are planned to be ramping up the location variety and surrealty. Hope this will do Mold Mario meme justice. Full of penicillin. So much penicillin. Additionally, if you'd like to leave, feel free to leave name suggestions for one of the Sprout Buds. Oh, already a Sprout Bob. Oh, that to be a B. Okay. Sprout, generally the B. Preferably one that's a little shorter. There's already Sprite Bob, Sprite Bill. Bucky is good. Blair, Beth, Bjorn, and Bella. Sprite. Some name starts with B. Beth's already there. B. Sprite B. Sprout B. B-E-A. Sprite Bay. Sprout Bay. That's perfect. That's a necessary one. Maybe I have to comment on that. Minor update. Thanks to Dan for this. Demo download here. All right, let's try this out. That doesn't work. I have to keep remembering. It only works if I'm over here first. I don't have a keyboard for this one, so. All right. Let's check this sucker out. And yes, Sprout Bay. There you go. That is a name that probably needs to be used. At least I think it does. But we'll see. Comment you made too if you want further context to the meme. Oh, I'll take a look. I gotta wait for the SA1 thing to kind of come around. What's the deal with Moldio? All levels are distinct. Missing something. Give context to people who don't know who Moldio is. In 1993, there was a Mario plush that released in Japan called Color Me Mario, set with the blank white plushes of Mario, Peach, and Yoshi. They came with special crayons and they colored them yourself. People thought the Mario one looked funny without any color. Shouts to this guy, you're supposed to color him with crayons. He looks way funnier this way. He does. And somewhere along the line, people started calling them Mario or Moldio for short. People decided it looked funny and a whimsical little thing. Huh? I've never seen this. That's cute. Yeah, thank you for telling me about that. I was like, okay, well, yeah, that's a picture of Moldio. I get it. All right. He doesn't win most moldy. Jesus. All right, let's switch over to scene and play some Moldio Bros. My Quackenbush Humberto there. Welcome to the Super Moldio Bros demo. In this demo, we find that World 1 is playable again, and I hope that you enjoy it again. A voice clip of the presents? Okay, well, we missed that, so we'll just reset. Not a really heavy cost for that. So itchy. Actually, one more time just for it. Let that be clear. Poor Mario. Can't catch a break. He's being itchy. As long as he doesn't be scratchy. Hey, cutoff. Yeah, you have to like restrict this to the number, like only being one room or one screen in size. Otherwise, you can do that. An awful lot of people don't, but I often try to make that happen, and it doesn't look good for moderation. Not that I'd like reject a hack out of hand just for that, but it doesn't look good. Caillou Kingdom. Can I go inside? Oh, there's a lot here. Sprout Bucky. I heard King Clockley is causing a lot of slug infestations, especially around here. Better be careful walking. And Sprite Bucky's is making all the money right here. Who are you? Sprout Bill. The princess was kidnapped? That doesn't seem ideal. Sprout Bridget. Sounds like Uranus fungitraps are now populating the bog outside of the kingdom. They are scary. Can't you kill them? It does look weirdly fluffy. I like the flowers. Sprout Bob. You look pretty itchy. More than you usually do, I mean. And Sprout Bob was there too. I like Sprout Bob. Sprout Blair. I hope Princess Moldstool's okay. I know King Cocklea can get rather hangry. Alright, that's it. I just like when Bob was there too. Journey's opening. Those are slugs. What's up, Luis? How you doing? So in Project Hail Mary and Other Such Things by Andy Weir, he always tries to sneak the line in, and Bob was there too, as a running gag. Because when he was initially trying to get published for like the very first time, someone told him that his book, one of the editors that replied to him said his books didn't have enough characters in them. And so he resolved to fix this by having, like, adding a line every few paragraphs that said, and Bob was there too, just to, like, mess with people. It's a, running gag with his friends. But he did eventually make it into a thing when he did his webcomic, Casey and Andy. And Bob was a character who had the power to be there too. I think he made it for a superheroes thing, and he's like, yeah, no, Bob's already there. Oh, hey, we got, like, vertical fire, horizontal fire. Who's this by? Humberto Quackenbush. Character who's a couple lines ahead of you, up above you in the chat log. Since we're doing C3 threads, and just anyone that has a C3 thread or wants me to look at a C3 thread gets me to look at one. I haven't actually looked outside of what people have requested because we've gotten like a lot of C3 threads. Hey, I got the one up! I did not mean to suddenly go fake Italian there, but it happened. Spore flower, yeah, exactly. Wow, whoop. Yeah, this is nice. We'll play a bit of this. But, oh, I love this track. Hey, Moldio! You think the warp trees... I think the warp trees has some pesky bugs in it. Can you help it, take care of it? Sure. I like the Moldio sprite. It both causes me, like, the need to clean out my fridge and a certain amount of adorableness. Like, just something about it that's both very appealing and very not appealing at the same time. Whoops. Such a peaceful song. I think I need a bug. I do like all of the reskins. Like, a lot of work's been put in here. And a lot of Koopas keep trying to kick me. Slugs keep trying to kick their shells at me. I can't believe I'm not dead. I made a terrible mistake there. One that's remediable, mind, but still. Kind of remediable. Oh. Have World 1 set up in a way that's calmer and more streamlined than the rest of the playing game? Ah, okay. Ease people into it. That makes sense. It makes sense. I should probably drop this. Is there a plan to change the Buzzy Beetles? They do kind of stick out a little bit since they're the only character that isn't changed, but I guess they are beetles by definition, and so to fit into the theming of this. It's a bit weird right there. Okay, I'm gonna try something stupid. Yeah, that was stupid. After World 1 will be more surreal than varied in terms of location design. Ah. Made their eyes black instead of white. Do plan to change them further? Okay, I just didn't notice that detail because I didn't notice it. That's pretty much it. I need to stop dying to get dragon coins. Some people are dying to get in. Spines and spike tops later the same way. Okay. Wait a second. There we go. I knew something was up there. I mean, down here, but something was up there. Alright, well, that works. I forgot about him. How am I supposed to get that? Doesn't have that patch applied. If I was big, I could get that. But because I'm not big, I can't get it. Oh, that sucks. See if we can find a mushroom in the future. I've definitely run out of steam here. I think the level's pretty close to over by the dragon coin placement. I have a shell now. Those don't get affected by projectiles, I just noticed. I got lucky. Oh, I don't have to do this. Okay. That's not too bad. Thank you, Moldio. The border gate of Kingdom should just be ahead. Perfect. Mistake on your part. You'll probably fix that in the morning. Okay. Yeah, I thought it might have been one of those like gates where you need to have that, but it could be the case you might be able to get that just by doing some clever jumping. But like, it's not 100% critical. I wouldn't worry about it. Like at all. Like, just move that down a tile, presuming it's not on a seam that will cause it to do weird dragon coin things. We are from the land of chocolate. Yeah, no more dragon coins. I'm done. I want to see other things. I don't want to spend time dying over and over to get dragon coins. But I will occasionally try a pipe just to see what happens. This is mine now. Why is Mario a ghost? He's moldy. Yes, he's Moldio. It's like being Valdio, but different. And now I have the Mold Spore. So much better than Bubble Lead. Was that really lame one? Top Spin? Like, I wonder what actually is the worst Mega Man power-up, period. There's an awful lot of stinkers out there. Top Spin's pretty high up there. Like, that has to be like the official you got this from a Robot Master kind of thing. Like, you can't be like, oh, Rush Coil sucks. Yeah, of course Rush Coil sucks. I mean, it has its uses, but like, it's not an exciting weapon to use. Whereas Top Spin, you're like, do I have to? Do I really have to use Top Spin? Sprout Bjorn. This is the gate on the edge of the Kaiui Kingdom. Beyond here is pretty much uncharted waters. Be careful moving forward. I heard there's the dangerous bog with many fungi traps in there is hungry for spores. See a whole man covered in penicillin? He looks like a ghost. I mean, honestly, if you see a whole man covered in penicillin, run. Like, seriously, your life's not going to get better for sticking around. Kaiui means itchy. I picked up on that it was Japanese, but I do like how, like, Japanese has so many onomatopoeic words. Like, you've got, like, what, things that are fluffy, fuwawa, things that are fuzzy, mokoko, mokomoko, fuwawa, fuwa. Fuwa comes up a lot, I think. I feel like I've seen that one in a number of places. Yep, fuwa. Can't kill the fungi traps. That makes sense. Leaving ghosts and ghouls you see when you better start running. Exactly. More obstacles than enemies. This scans. I get it. I just didn't quite draw the conclusion these things were the fungi traps yet. They can be our friends, though, with getting dragon coins. Fungi's our friends. Nope, not food. Oh, that was silly. Bonk. It also solves the problem of you accidentally kill them while spin jumping, which is always a danger with the fire flower side of things. King Cochlea's giant snail. Cochlea means snail in Latin. Oh. No, the only thing that made me think of was the bit in the Eric Andre show where they play this or that. And one of the this or that's is cloaca or cochlea. And Eric Andre gets it wrong. Repeatedly. Everything he does is wrong in that one. It's a great little bit. Also, their interview with Sinbad is so good. So good. Talking about how a pimp hooked him up with a hotel room, and now the room is totally jizzed out. And then they spin the wheel forever, and eventually Sinbad stops it on move to North Korea because that's a humongous improvement upon waiting for the wheel to finish spinning. So I'm gonna just move. I'll just move to North Korea. I'll just move. He looks actually distraught at how that interview has gone. It's fantastic. Also, was one of like the early dyes that was that made things purple, made of snails? I don't know why I'm suddenly reminded of that fact. That's why purple was so expensive, because like you had to like raise the snails and stuff, and also like it was a smelly business extracting the dye. If I recall correctly, that's one of the few reasons in like the Old Testament you could divorce someone is like your husband became a dyer. Because of the horrible smell. I don't know if I can just make that jump. I'm not confident that I can make that jump. Oh, you spin it off the net. Oh. You can't do that in vanilla, can you? I'm pretty sure you can't do that in vanilla. Which is why I didn't even consider it as a course of action. At least that's my recollections. You can't spin jump off of that. Uber said, oh yeah, I know. You may want to have an introduction to that isn't right here. I'm not really sure how, but like that was like completely like, what do I do here? I literally have no idea moment. Hey, look, I'm on top of the level. You may want to fix that, too. Unless there's a secret. I'm a fool for always trying this. I'm just going to say that right now. Dragon coin on the right? Ah, okay, so there is a secret. Huh, interesting. You could see all the dragon coins from here. It's a long level. You can tell I'm getting tired. Okay. Wait. It still feels weird, man. Wasn't sure how to introduce that without putting a message box. I don't know if there is a good way, because, like, depending upon... I should... Oh, no, I didn't need to leave that guy alive. Depending upon your intended audience, it may be very confusing. Like, I would have spent a number of lives there being like, what do I do? Unless you just told me. So you may want to just literally tell them. Maybe have an NPC say it so it's funnier. I don't know. Like, but I think you may want to spell that out for people. Oh. Because it's a fun mechanic. It's a fungus mechanic, even. Makes for some fun guys. Hey, guys, what's going on in this? They move at exactly the same speed. That's a new one. I wasn't aware of that. There we go. Got all of the items. A thought occurs. Nope. Hey, what? Oh, there's spikes there. There you go, Midway. And, you know, of all the things that could have been, Birdo was not on my list. I was really thinking Mouser. Cool. What happens if the orb falls in the lava? Because it looks like it went up as an arc out of its face. If it moved far enough to the left, that might have been possible for it to happen. Just a mild curiosity. Forest's Edge. Ooh. Usually I would say something like it's the end of the forest, good luck on your way, but the demo ended, so thank you for playing. I hope you enjoyed the demo. I know it needs some good polish since it's just work in progress. Give feedback if you'd like. I think I did. Tested a bunch of acid. Alright, cool. I see this is the edge of the forest. Things definitely get a little weird here. But we're going for it. We went for it. Alright. Yeah, no, good demo. I enjoyed it. There's definitely some cool stuff and definitely a few rough edges, but it's a solid base. I like the horizontal fireball. Just been chipping off nets is fun. Just was not obvious to me you could do that. So, yeah, really cool hack. I enjoyed that. All right, let's. Oh, whoops. Now let's go back to that scene for a second. Does fall into lava, you'll adjust it, but so far it hasn't. All right. Now it's just a curiosity. If you've already thought about it, do not worry about it that much. Okay, now we'll fix it. All right. That is the end of the requests I have. The least interesting looking one. Well, I think we can say that the intro one is the least interesting looking one. Just for Matt's sake. And we'll come back here and that's it. Sorry, Java, you have the least interesting thread in all of C3, being that it just introduces the concept of the pencils. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, no, it was fun. I look forward to seeing that one in moderation. I might try to pick that one up if I ever get off my butt and finish the other moderation I picked up and didn't really start. But yeah, good crop of C3 stuff. Played a lot of hacks, looked at a lot of things. So there were some trolly things, but hey, always are. So yeah, as always, C3 is just a good time. I really enjoy looking at all the stuff that people make, and I appreciate that they put the work in. That's pretty much it, really. Just good stuff.